Iran's cyber attack. Why is Iran suspected in the hacking of Minnesota's water system? You guys see what it is, and guess what? It's Saturday morning, time to get it on with trending topics, current events, and the health and wellness section, you guys. Let's go. Come on in the building. I know you guys are ready. I know that you are all here. I'm sorry, I gotta turn that audio down right there, but come on, and let me know if you guys can hear me. Let me know if you guys can hear me. Let's go. Let's get it. Let me go ahead and get this audio down on this screen, and I'm hoping everybody's good. Let's get in here this morning and get this started, you guys. That's right, it's the health and wellness, as well as trending topics and current events. Let's go. Come on, good morning, good morning, good morning. Yeah, we did it a little bit backwards, but it worked out. How everybody doing this morning? It's your boy BOOGOTTINYC, and it's Saturday morning, you guys. Let's go. Let's go. Grab your big bowl of cereal because we're about to be entertained. Hope everybody's good. Thank you so much about the audio. Check, 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 check. My mic sound nice. Check one. Hope everybody's good. I'm feeling energized, but I want you guys to come on in. I want to get those prayers in the air. Make sure everybody is here. I see everybody still wiping their eyes and they getting up a little bit early, but guess what? We're here to do our thing. It's our bottom line time. Come on, y'all. Let's get up in here. Hopefully everybody's feeling good. What time we got right now? Let me get it on a check-in real quick. Yeah, it's 5:56. It's time to get those prayers in, you guys. Let's go. I'm going to give y'all a little more time to come on in, say what's up to everybody. We got our regulars in the morning. Hope y'all ready for a good show because it's about to be a damn good one. Let's go, you guys. Let's go. All right, I'm ready to get into it, so let's do it. I want to pray for happiness. I want to pray for energy. Let's pray for uplifting. Let's pray for a good performance and a good show. Let's pray for non-biasness. Let's pray for each other. Let's pray for family. I'd like to pray for respect. You know, we got to pray for good health and love. Let's pray for love. Let's see who we got in the building this morning. Guy and else. I see Jack Welsh's in the building this morning. We got Mark Dorfman up in here early. There you go. We praying for you, Mark Dorfman. Can't forget about Tony Wright. I see Miss Swanza. Thank you for the check in. Hey, Guy and Elsa, I got you. Tony Wright, good morning and God bless. Who else we got in here? Dustin Michael, ready to get the show started. I see Mark Dorfman, my brother, ready, locked and loaded. What's going on, Luigi? You already know. I hope you're feeling good. Who else we got up in the building this morning? 420 John Patrick. Who else? Audrey. How you doing, Audrey? Angelina. I knew you was going to be up in here. I see you waving at us. How everybody doing? Can't forget about Jeffrey Spilker, my brother. Got to throw the blessings out to you as well, my brother. Who else we got up in here? Mark Dorfman. I see Luigi. Can't forget about Winter Rising, Angels Among Us, Collective. Can't forget about Luigi. I'm sorry, Liberty and Justice, who's on vacation right now. Also, Casey Ramos. Can't forget of my brother. Also, Sam Champion, Terry, Teddy, can't forget about Miss Juicy as well. And can't forget about all the rest of the family as well. BK Kid, BKD 900, that's right, B Kid 900. Who else we got? We can't forget about BX, that's right, we got another BX fam that pops in here too. Can't forget about 55, Lisa Roy, that's right, we got to make sure that we get Lisa up in here. VG5P, how you doing? Good morning, G95 as well. I see you up in the building. I'm not going to miss you. You know, we got to make sure that we take care of all of the regular fam. What about Kendra Walker also? You know what I'm saying? Can't forget about you. And like I said, Collective, Winter Rising, Angels Among Us, Miss Swanza. That's right, you guys. Can't forget about you. Batty Lynn. That's right. And Rebecca Lanyen Bueno, who's normally chiming in from Grand Rapids, Michigan. We sending prayers out to you, sis. You need to chime in and let us know how you're doing. We got to make sure we get everybody in here because consideration is when you pray for people and look out for when they're not even around. And we got to pray for me, BOOGOTTINYC, and a good show. Amen. It's time to go, you guys. Let me grab a sip of this water before I can get those baritone sounds nice and crispy for you guys so we can get it on. And I'm ready to go, 'cause they're ready to go. I said it's time to start the show. I hope you're ready, yo. Yo, 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 yo. Whoa. And we wind it up. Boo, 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 boo. Wind it up. Boo, 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 boo. Wind it up. Because it's 6 o'clock somewhere. Think it should be 6 o'clock here. So let's do it. Boo, 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 boo. Come on, let's start the show. They're ready to go. Come on. It's time to start the show. Olay. Don't play. It's time to open up those pores. It's time to open up those pores. It's time to open up those. It's Saturday the 1st, y'all. That's right, all 2026. Said I'm your host, Boogotti NYC, and this here's our bottom line. Where we be talking about this and that and chat and this and this and chat. Where we be talking about this and that and chat and this and this and that. Just got me lit. Woo! I'm so happy to be here with you guys this morning on this Saturday morning. It's the 1st of the month. Get up, get up, get up, get up. Wake up, wake up. It's the 1st of the month. Get up, get up, get up, get up. That's right. It's the 1st of the month. Y'all know what it is. It's your boy Boogotti NYC, and I'm so happy to be here. It's our bottom line time. Y'all know what we ready to do, right? Trending topics, current events, and the health and wellness section. So without any further ado, I'm gonna bring it to you with the I got 5 on it. I'm gonna stack 5 videos at a time. All I need you guys to do is stay on topic, stay on point. Let me know where you're chiming in from. Love to see those flags waving in the air as well. And you know what I'm gonna say. Come on with those gas prices and let us know what state, city, or country you're chiming in from. We wanna know if the gas prices are actually going down. We saw about $3.80 up there, but do me a favor, when you put your gas price up there, let us know what state. Trust me, we all wanna be mind blown when we see those California gas prices. Not only that, all I'm gonna ask you guys to do is stay on topic and stay on point. Don't worry about trolls. We got people in here who can take care of them, plus myself. Don't forget, I am Lion-O, and I've got the sword, and I can do it. That's right, the sword of omens. Let's keep on moving forward, you guys, because without any further ado, I'm gonna ask you guys to do right now what? Grab your tea, grab your water, and your 55 coffee house from Lisa Roy. You know why? Because it's time to get into these breaking stories right now. We're not even gonna wait. We're gonna do what we gotta do this Saturday morning and get you guys started right now. We got some breaking information coming in right now with President Trump held a cabinet meeting yesterday about various topics, but let's get into it, you guys, and let's use this to keep on coming in. And don't forget to double tap that screen to get those likes up. I'm telling you guys early, we got some merch going out today, right? If we can get up to those 300 likes today, you guys are gonna be receiving 6 of these Our Bottom Line, 6 of these Our Bottom Line keychains, and 6 of these Our Bottom Line decals. You see what I'm talking about when they put those gas prices up there? I knew it. San Diego, $5.80. Do me a favor, let us know if that's regular. Let's keep on going. Let's go.
Turning now to the war with Iran, President Trump held a cabinet meeting at Camp David today, hours after he announced what he called an historic agreement towards peace in Gaza. News of the deal comes as the fighting with Iran continues. Natalie Brand reports from the White House.
During a cabinet meeting at Camp David, President Trump cast doubt on reaching a peace deal with Iran.
I'm losing faith in them because they do lie.
On Friday, Iran's military claimed responsibility for launching strikes on U.S. military.
Real quick, that's why I asked that question, Chachi Bella, because I always want you guys to see those prices. You saw that $5.80? That's why I asked you guys those prices.
Military facilities in Kuwait and on ships in the Strait of Hormuz. President Trump promised to respond.
We'll be hitting them very
Joe
hard.
BX, I prayed for you this morning.
At some point, they're going to say, we just can't take it anymore.
The president credited military action in Iran and helping to bring Iranian-backed Hamas to negotiate with his board of peace over Gaza.
Trump posted on social media that the deal includes the complete disarmament of Hamas, but there are questions about the details.
Hamas representatives saying they need Israel out before they do that. Israel saying they need Hamas to disarm before they get out. Again, it's a bumpy road ahead with lots of potholes and potential landmines.
Yeah, so that does not mean that it's over. Let's see what's going on with Ukraine right now and Russia, because I told you guys yesterday, and we definitely talked about it. We definitely said that Ukraine is a very worthy adversary, especially when they started to get those Patriots, and then even worse with the drones. Then they started to get water drones. Now it's getting even crazier. Let's see what's going on with Russia and Ukraine real quick. We got to get those politics out. Let's get those politics out the way.
Ukraine has struck yet another logistics hub belonging to the Russian retailer Wildberries in the city of Volgograd. Drones have hit more than a dozen sites in the past few weeks in a bid to disrupt the company's operations.
Just so you know what Wildberries is basically the Amazon for Russia, and they supply weapons and stuff like that. So that's why Ukraine strategically hit this place. Let's keep on going forward. Think about it. If Amazon had something going on with getting logistics and certain things out for weaponry, that would probably be somewhere that they would try to hit too. Let's keep on going. Let's see why now it's starting to make sense.
Some call Wildberries the Russian Amazon. It is a linchpin of the country's consumer economy. Kyiv claims the Wildberries facilities are legitimate military targets because they supply Russia's frontline troops in Ukraine. Moscow, however, denies that. Ukrainian drones hit one facility south of Moscow on Wednesday, forcing...
If you actually go onto the website and you really look in, there's thousands of things that have to do with this sort of thing that they're talking about, even if they've made claims that they're not. They may have taken it down since, but I have proof because I actually went and checked it out myself. Wanted to see why they would strike a place like that, which is called Wildberries, and basically it kind of now starts to make sense why Ukraine strategically struck out at Wildberries. Let's keep on moving forward, you guys. I got a little bit more from Ukraine where Zelensky says that Russia is planning and selling weapons to Iran. Let's keep on going, you guys. Let's go. Keep on moving, double tap that screen, get those likes up. Let's see if we can get that merch out in the mail today for y'all.
Earlier this week, I met with Ukrainian President Volodymyr Zelensky, talked with him while he was in Washington to meet with President Trump at the White House and also to attend the funeral service for Senator Lindsey Graham. He came to the meeting at the White House with evidence, he says, shows Russian involvement in the Iran conflict. Mr. President, great to see you again.
There you go, RK, interrupting those logistics. You get what's going on. If they're like the Amazon version to what we have over here, and they're supplying things like weaponry and things like that to the army, that's a place that they're going to strike to try not to let them be able to do that anymore. Dolly, now you follow?
Let me start with this. Is Ukraine winning right now?
Not losing. Not losing, yes, it's very important. Between us, winning is not to lose our country and our independence. So from this side, we are winning. But from real situation on the battlefield, it's important that initiative is not in the hands of Russia. We are not losing and they are not winning.
Do you know how many Russians have been killed in this war? Do you have an estimate?
Yeah. So their losses, 1,600,000 losses, and about 700,000 killed. About.
And then compared to Ukraine?
Compared to Ukraine, it's really very difficult to say. Sorry, be honest, I don't want to be very open about it.
Yeah.
Because Russians will understand what's going on with our army. So we have about 50,000 killed soldiers and we had about 400,000 wounded, and there is a huge number of disappeared.
Does President Trump see his conflict with Iran linked to your war with Russia?
I'm not sure. We didn't speak about it, really.
Do you?
I think yes. You know, look at this. Russia gave drones to Iran. Iran used these drones attacking Middle East countries and Israel. It's true? Yes, it's true. The details are Russian details in the destroyed drones. Everybody saw this. This is the film. Then Russia gave satellite images where American bases in the Middle East countries.
So that's why they basically know where our sites are, because Russia is supplying Iran with information. That's what Zelensky's saying. You know how Zelensky may know this? Because he might be tapping in on Russia to see what they're doing in order to be on top of them. That's why they're so strategic in what's going on. We're the adversary, giving us good information that we should probably pay attention to, huh? Let's keep on moving forward. Double tap that screen and get those likes up. You guys got to pay attention to all of the little things nowadays. Yeah, let's keep on going. What's going on, Money Tree? Go ahead, you guys, Joe BX and everybody. Let's have a battle right now. Let's keep on moving forward. But yeah, we over here right now trying to battle of the likes and see who can get those likes up. If everybody's coming in, going ahead and tapping up on that like button, we got merch going out. 6 keychains and 6 decals. That's right, you guys. It's Friday. Even though I know you got it, I'm still giving it to you free. Let's go ahead and get you guys some free merch out there. You guys know what the Cash App is as well, right? $ Boogotti NYC. That's all O's. OOGOTTINYC. We got more information coming in now from Hell's Kitchen. Imagine if you had a dedicated audience like this, supporters like this company right here. Got to be honest, if it wasn't for this small restaurants community, we don't know if they'll still be in business. Why do we like to show stories like that? Because that's how we are on our bottom line. Let's get on over to Hell's Kitchen. We got a kitchen that has not had gas for about 7 months now, since April. Also, how they doing it? They're making it work with hot plates. This must be one super chef right here, you guys. I'm talking about he must be super. Let's go.
It's been 4 months since a restaurant in Hell's Kitchen has been cooking without gas. And while they've been making ends meet, it is getting harder. And now they're turning to the community once again for help. Eyewitness News reporter Stefan Kim with the story.
I guess if you got it, you got it. You don't need to have, you can just cook on anything, huh?
The last time we introduced you to Sesamo in Hell's Kitchen, Italian with an Asian twist, known for its handmade pasta, the restaurant had been operating without gas for over a month. That was back in April. Tonight, not much has changed. Still, no gas. Still, a lot of anxiety.
It's been stressful.
Chef and co-owner Nikita Levitan pivoted to a slimmed-down menu, cooking now on electric hot plates. Without gas, gone is his innovative seasonal menu. 4 months later, they are still turning about 40% less in revenue, treading water to stay alive.
After already spending all of my life savings to open this place in the first place. The thing that has kept them going.
Could you imagine how he really feels? He said, after spending my entire life savings to open this place in the first place, he has no choice. He got to stick in there. Why do we show stories like this? Because we're for the little guy. Let's keep on. Let's go.
Going for all these months, aside from determination and ingenuity, has been love and support from the community. A GoFundMe has raised almost $20,000 in just 2 weeks.
That's probably a month rent in New York, though. Y'all don't know it.
I have people actually coming here, handing me cash to me because they didn't trust GoFundMe.
Now, co-owners say they are still in dispute with their landlord about the repairs. In a statement, Sunnyside Properties Chief Administrative Officer says, "My priority has always been to restore gas service safely, lawfully, and as quickly as possible. This matter is actively being resolved. Both parties have been engaged in ongoing negotiations."
We didn't want to just move to another neighborhood because we built such a great community.
Gao says moving would also entail a significant new investment. In Hell's Kitchen, Stefan Kim, Channel 7.
Kind of like our story. You know, we put a lot into this freaking thing. Now all of a sudden we find out that last month these guys want to change the algorithm. Has nothing to do with how good your old stuff was or whatever like that. Had nothing to do with the strike we had. You guys ready to talk about something? You see these freaking crazy numbers? You see the quality of our show even got better, not worse? So that does not mean that we should be getting lower numbers, right? No, it's Massa. Massa want to change up on us. Not only do we want to tap our pockets, but the selections have gotten different around these parts. So if you see different things going on, you got to understand it's not the quality of the show, It's what Massa done did around this place, and we got to just stick in there. But you know what? If you were here for the numbers and what we were getting for before, you might want to hang around and see us back in September, because we got to fight right now. Has nothing to do with the strike. They done changed a whole lot of stuff. I guess right now anybody can start a channel and you can say one or two little things and boom, your channel's gonna go up. So they no longer, just to let you know what I'm talking about, YouTube, YT has no longer worries about what you used to get on your other videos, the following and how much stuff that was doing. No, 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 no. They got a new algorithm. That's why you see you got to be real quick. You got to be fast with stuff. Make people want to be engaged in things like that. Also, when it comes down to those shorts, you got to be fast and you got to have really good information, because they're going against who right now? They're going against TikTok. And that's what they're trying to do. So that's what those swipes are about. So we got to be a little bit different. So now you got to see a lot of conforming happening. But you know what? We're not worried about it. I'm here for the long run anyway. And I come here for you guys. We don't make too much monetary off of this anyway. We play clips. I get up in the morning early anyway. I started doing this because of you guys. The real reason Boogotti is here, it's just for you, just to let you guys know that. And you know what the core AI keeps on telling me? And when I look at the logistics and the back end, the people that keep coming back to our show is the real fam and people that love us. So I ain't got no choice. I'm gonna do the same thing. The reason why you come here is the reason why I perform and do what we do. So let's keep on doing what we do. Double tap that screen, get those likes up, because I got some merch coming out. Let's get on over to Minnesota. We got these cyber attacks that's on our heading, and Iran has been suspected of hacking in Minnesota's water supply. Let's keep on going, you guys. Let's see what's going on with this water supply situation. This is actually what we have up on our header this morning. As you guys can see, they're going back and forth because, yes, as you can see, Iran is suspected in the hacking of Minnesota's water supply. Let's go to our heading right now and get to our heading story, because this is very important. Because again, once you add WAR with someone, they're going to try to find many ways to get at you. They didn't just try to go after Minnesota. They went after about 30 different water supplies. How? Because you can mix chemicals and certain things that are needed in order to make this water concentrated or clean, the same way I told you before. So if they can get the access to that, they can do damage to a lot of people. Just keep on moving forward. That's why this story is very important and our topic of today's Our Bottom Line show.
Investigators now believe a cyber attack this week on dozens of Minnesota water systems was probably the work of Iranian hackers. So what else can they target, and are Americans at risk? Let's ask law enforcement and cybersecurity expert and former State Department anti-terrorism senior advisor Morgan Wright. So great to see you this morning, Morgan. So basically, the important thing here is that a cyber attack on a water system basically could disable the ability to produce water and treat water. Why do we think that this has Iran's fingerprints on it?
Well, first of all, the warning came out 4 days before, Charlie, from the CISA, FBI, talking about vulnerabilities, talking about Iran may attack. And look, obviously we're engaged in a war right now with Iraq. And it wasn't just a onesie-twosie. They didn't target one here, didn't target one there. They targeted 30 at one time, going after these small computers called programmable logic computers. And what they do is these things control the flow of chemicals, because to treat water, you have to put a lot of chemicals in. Too many can become caustic, can become dangerous. So they're targeting those things at one time. We know from Tradecraft that a group called Cyber Avengers, which is a proxy of the IRGC, is one of the ways that Iran gets us out without having attribution. So there's moderate to high confidence that definitely Iran is behind the attack. And look, the timing is not coincidental.
You know, we normally think of Russia being behind things like this when it comes to cyber attacks. Is there any reason to believe that Russia could have been working in cahoots with Iran on something like this?
It is not unlikely that Iran and Russia collaborate together on many things. We know that China and North Korea collaborate together on many things, especially in cyberspace. So when you've got, look, there are 5 domains of war, Charlie: sea, air, land, space, cyberspace. We own the first 4 with Iran, without a doubt. But the 5th domain is where they can get help, they can get tactics, techniques, they can get tools from countries like Russia who are sympathetic to what Iran is going through. So I don't have any direct evidence, but let's put it this way: if you set a file in front of me and showed me a linkage, I would not be shocked in the least.
Why would they target water supplies, and what other municipal vulnerabilities are there out there for Americans?
Signal lights, power grids. You want me to get into this? Yeah.
You know, Charlie, I go back to the Colonial Pipeline hack. During COVID, a group called DarkSide, which is actually out of Russia, shut down pipelines, basically shut down Colonial Pipeline. People responded as though we had lost energy. Right, we had lost power, no more oil. Well, when you want to bring a nation to its knees or to instill fear, you go after two things, power and water. So for them to go after water, this is one of Maslow's hierarchy of needs, right? Safe.
Let's keep going. That might have been a little W right there. So let's go. I like that right there, because now we're making a whole lot of sense right now. We're making a whole lot of sense. What you guys got to say? I don't drink tap water, but I buy boxes of bottled water. They will try to screw Americans any way that they can. It's called WAR, Mark Dorfman. What else you guys got for me? This is the Muslim Dearborn, okay? Okay, just nasty. You look at that right there coming out of Australia. You know we got that information for you guys too. 55 says new job and apartment, but still here, Sam. Hope you're well also. Also 55, I love that comment that she said earlier. She said she's been here for 5 months on this show and she don't show up for work like that on time. Oh my God, Lisa, I appreciate you. But guess what? Tell them how much you got out of it. Tell them how much discipline we've got, and tell them how much closer we got for being here. Look at that, 55. She know what the deal is. This family over here, you guys, we gonna stick it through no matter what. We're gonna be here. I wake up every morning. That's the worst thing you can ever do. As long as I'm waking up, our bottom line. I'll be 88 doing this. Let's keep on going, you guys. Let's go. Let's get on over to, if you guys know my story, let's go. The stars and stripes are big and bright. Deep in the heart of Texas. Thank you so much, Lisa, for the 8 months, love. I appreciate you guys. I know it's payday this week, so everybody going ahead and getting it in. No, I'm just kidding. But I do appreciate you for showing love. Let's get over there and talk about Texas real quick, because we got a situation right now where a poll shocker rocks Texas as Democrats take the lead, you guys. And guess who's going to be the co-runner and who's going to help out? That's right, you guys. Someone that you know and love. None other than, you're going to see it in a minute, Ilhan Omar.
Michigan Democrat primary Senate candidate Abdul El-Sayed will campaign with Congresswoman Ilhan Omar in Dearborn today after speaking to supporters at a rally yesterday, pushing progressive policies.
If you believe that your tax dollars should be spent on you and your kids to build schools and pave our roads, I want you to have that conversation. And if you believe like me that maybe we should not be funding genocide and apartheid with our tax dollars.
And get this, a new poll shows El-Sayed with a 10-point lead over Congresswoman Haley Stevens. That was flipped the other way just a week ago. Or 2 weeks ago. Michigan Democrat Senate primary is going to be held on Tuesday. Buckle up. Mandela Barnes dropping out of the Democratic primary for Wisconsin governor yesterday. The former lieutenant governor there, who was considered a frontrunner, stating it has become clear who the nominee will be. And if you're noticing a pattern, it appears to be Democrat socialist Francesca Hong, who has surged in the polls and whose platform includes abolishing...
Are you guys paying attention to what's going on here? Are you paying attention to what's going on here? This is why Hakeem Jeffries is laughing under his breath, because all of these little small areas are being swept up.
That gubernatorial primary taking place on August 11th. The Midwest appears to be leaning socialist, at least on the Democrat side. And a new Fox News...
Money Tree said, anytime a politician say something about paving roads, you already know. What you say, Money Tree? Money Tree says, anytime a politician says anything about paving roads, I know they lying. It's kind of like when the preachers say, we need to get on the building fund. We got to get this roof okay. The roof need to be fixed over here, or the boiler's messed up. It's either the roof or the boiler when it comes down to certain Baptist churches. You guys know what I'm talking about. When they send that plate around about 100,000 times. Hey, Rebecca, is she in here? If she's in here, I'm so happy, because I was thinking about you this morning, and we prayed for you this morning too. And guess what, you guys? Let's do what we do over here, and let's get those numbers up to 300. I still got merch. We ain't that broke. We still got some merch we can send out. We're going to send out these Our Bottom Line keychains. That's right, show your love and support, and Our Bottom Line decals. We're going to be sending out 6 of these keychains and 6 of the decals. That's if we can get those likes up to 300, you guys. All you got to do is email me at bridgethisllc@gmail.com. Again, bridgethisllc@gmail.com. We got to keep on going, you guys. We got to go. Okay, let's get on over here to Spain. We got some illegal migrants that actually went back after crossing into Spain. Let's get into that. Let's see what's going on with it.
An unfolding disaster in a tiny Spanish territory. 60,000 migrants flooded the Spanish town from Morocco just since yesterday. Some burst through fences, others swam in. Most voluntarily left the Spanish territory amid shortages of food, water, and shelter. But
that's because they said if they don't get here by any other way, if they come in by water, we have to give them due process. And due process can take a long time to give all of these people that much due process, huh?
thousands remain. The Spanish Prime Minister today calling it an attack. Our Aiden Stretch is right there in Ceuta, Spain.
They poured across the border into Ceuta. As many as 60,000 people from Morocco since Thursday, according to the local government. And more are still coming.
There's still 50 to 100 people right there.
You know why this scares me? I think about 2009, 2010. I'm sorry, 2029, 2030, 2000, and this could be the United States. Sorry about that, but those numbers, 2028, 2029, depending on who our president could be, or 2030, who our president could be.
Who are trying to make their way ashore on that beach.
It's nearly double the tiny Spanish territory's population, mostly young men in search of jobs.
Why did you want to move to Spain?
Morocco is a beautiful country, but you need a lot of money, and you can make money in Morocco.
The government has blamed criminal networks for exploiting a recent Supreme Court decision. But many here told me they decided to make the crossing after seeing social media posts claiming Spain is an open door.
So you saw on social media that people were making the trip, and then you decided to join them.
Yeah. The surge has intensified concerns
strictly because of social media, you guys. You see this?
In Europe of unchecked migration, and opened Spain's liberal government and loose immigration policies to criticism. Today, the Prime Minister called it an attack and deployed the country's military to help.
So you can see the strong military.
Yeah, whatever. Strong to guide people through the same way when we got overtaken. Same way like when we got overtaken. Next thing we started doing was processing them, giving them food, money, shelter. Start saying stuff like, well, we can't be the United States without taking care of them. We got to give them somewhere to stay. And most of them have kids. Don't even know that a bunch of those people was getting together. Whose kid is this? I don't know. Okay, he with us now. They're going to take care of us. All sorts of crazy stuff was going on. Yeah, it could happen in 2029, 2030. That's right, you guys. Who's the president going to be? Let's say 2004. Let's say in the 14. Hey, you never know. I'm sorry, I'm 34. Let's keep on moving forward. I'm just so ahead of myself right now because I'm just really worried about this. Let's double tap that screen to get those likes up. But that's what I'm trying to say, you guys. Only Donald Trump can't be the president forever. That's what I'm talking about. And your next president could be someone else that has different policies. See, on over to Ohio, where the governor's divide says voters should decide the future amid these abuse allegations. If you got a politician in office and you hear about abuse allegations against like their family members or like a domestic, it's up to us as far as the people to decide if that's true, as well as a court of law, I would say. Let's get into this right now and see what's going on with this situation over in Cleveland.
With 97 days to go until the midterms, a congressman from our part of the state was the talk of the state fair in Columbus today.
As pressure against Congressman Max Miller grows, Ohio politicians are weighing in on his future.
I'm your Columbus Bureau reporter Morgan Trow, and across the aisle, his colleagues are concerned.
The accusations are certainly very serious, and they're certainly troubling.
Miller, the congressman representing District 7, Cleveland's western suburbs, Medina, Wayne, and Ashland counties, is facing increased scrutiny in recent weeks after allegations of domestic violence have surfaced in a bitter divorce case with his ex-wife, Emily Moreno. According to court documents, Moreno, daughter of U.S. Senator Bernie Moreno, accused him of physical abuse. Miller denied it, suing her for defamation, arguing in court documents that he never committed battery on Moreno by hurling boiling water on her in front of their minor daughter. Miller has previously denied all allegations and didn't respond to comment for the story.
These are troubling accusations.
But Republicans in power have largely remained silent until I caught up with Governor Mike DeWine at the State Fair Wednesday and asked him if Miller should remain in Congress.
Our professional relationship has been very good.
That's a good observation right there, right, Joe? If they were running for their life, they would bring their families. That's a good one. Sam Champion says, "Let's hit that like button, and everyone, let's get the algorithm up, and let's get some new faces in here so that they can learn and see what we have." Our bottom line style. Love it when you guys do that. Let's keep on going, you guys. Let's go. Boiling water. Why would she make that up?
You know, he has worked with us on different things. He's done a good job.
DeWine says voters should decide.
The people of his district are going to have to weigh the facts. They're the ones who decide who they want to represent them.
Prominent Democrats, including a member of the Ohio congressional delegation, Shontel Brown, have called for Miller to resign.
One thing I can tell you is you can have a great facade where it looks like your life is going well. I know many people that have relationships and lives like that. They live two lives, where it could be where they are good at work, but once they get home, it's, oh no, I can't believe I'm doing this. But they actually live it and they deal with what they have to deal with. I knew a ton of people that were like that, especially elderly people, because matters of the heart and situations of family are much different than how you perform it at your workplace. So you never know. Problem is, like, you know, when it starts to go into ethics and things like that, especially when you're supposed to be a lawmaker, not supposed to have situations like that, dealing with people like that. Let's keep on going, you guys. Let's go.
It's important that as colleagues, we have a uniform standard of the expectations of our colleagues and what they should be doing.
I also found Brown at the fair, in which she urged his fellow Republicans to hold him accountable.
Colleagues on our side of the aisle have taken the steps to resign to alleviate even the troubling, the appearance of improprieties.
She says this is why the election this November.
Nah, it can't be the appearance. I mean, I get what you're saying about the appearance of impropriety, but you still got to realize you're dealing with human beings, right? Because back in the day, how did we have it before? We had it with all you administrators and lawmakers. You actually did not work all day at one side of it, just doing government. You had a regular job. Remember back in those days? That gave you a way of really being able to identify with the people. Remember when you were real politicians back in those days? They'd go to work or go do government for a while. That kept their hands like a little bit, you know, a little bit cleaner than it is now. And I can't just demand and command for someone to lose their position because it's something that's a hearsay. Because we do know that happens a lot too. Oh, he did this, he did that. Next thing you know, the camera comes out. Weird. But what about this, ma'am? Oh, abba-dooba baba-beeba. Exactly. You know how many men went to jail or lost their careers because of people that were lying? Ain't going for that. We don't play that. So let's get some information and some truth to the matter before we can start to assess things and see what's up with that. Also, term limits, that's a good one too. Let's get on over to Los Angeles, because California knows how to party. West Coast, California knows how to party. And you know what else you got to look out for? You got to look out for rattlesnakes in all parts over there. San Diego, San Francisco. I heard that those rattlers are everywhere, you guys. Imagine you going out to just attend to your garden and boom, you get hit by a rattlesnake. Yeah, we got a lady that was at Stevenson Ranch. She went out there just to tend to her garden and cut some roses and got hit by a rattler right on the toe. And you got to really be careful with those because they're venomous. And I think that you need the anti-venom from them. Let's keep on going, you guys, to see what's going on with this snake bite.
Only on CBS LA, a woman barely survived a rattlesnake bite in her front yard. She shared her story and a warning for others with
Brian.
our Rena Nakano.
My therapy is cutting roses at the end of the day, and I went out and was going to trim a few roses and bring them in.
Before Linda Martin could even make one snip Saturday evening, she was racing for her life.
Oh, God.
I guess you shouldn't garden barefoot, huh?
I went and lifted the bush, and when I did, I saw the rattler.
No warning, not even a rattling sound, just sudden pain and a burning sensation.
Within 30 to 45 seconds, I started feeling the tingling in my fingertips, and then it moved to my jaw, my cheeks, my tongue.
A minute later, she was on the floor of her Stevenson Ranch home, trying to call 911, but her spotty cell signal failed to connect.
Dialed a second time, and it didn't even connect. And dialed a third time, and that's when my husband looked at me and said, just get in the car.
Within 10 minutes, they arrived at Henry Mayo Newhall
Somebody said, in the city of Outer Banks. I like that.
Hospital ER, where she was given anti-venom. Experts say her story isn't so rare nowadays.
Last year, a little over 400 calls about rattlesnake bites. And so far in the first 6 months of 2026, we've had 250 calls.
Lee Cantrell with California Poison Control says the state is on track to see 20% more rattlesnake bites compared to last year. It's also more fatal. He says venomous snakes cause 5 to 10 deaths annually in the country. But
that sucker is huge right there, man. I mean, listen, I probably get sick faster because I be running. As soon as I get bit, I know where the hospital is at. I'm running to the hospital. But then there's too much blood moving too fast, right? You got to get in the car and you got to stay calm. That's what they tell you to do. When you get bit by a snake, they tell you to stay calm. How the hell am I supposed to stay calm when I'm seeing this sucker that just bit me? That's the hard part, ain't it, you guys? Ain't that the hard part? Talking about stay calm when you get bit by a snake. Man, listen, how you doing over there, y'all? Who that? Yard-to-Dean Enterprise, $5 super chat. He got 5 on it. Thank you so much for the love. By the time the ambulance come to you or to take the hospital, it's too late usually. See, that's why you got to get out of there. You got to move fast when it comes down to those rattlers. And everybody, show some love to Yard-to-Dean Enterprise. There you go. Elevate the limb. I saw Copperhead 2 weeks ago. He went to heaven. Good. You got rid of him, huh? I guess you got rid of him. Okay, Joe ain't playing. Jack,
California alone has already seen 3 deaths in the first 6 months. He says the weather may be the reason.
This year we had kind of a warm early spring, so that could have fostered rattlesnakes coming out of hibernation earlier.
He says rattlers don't have good eyesight. When they're hungry and feel warmth nearby, they strike. Unfortunately for Martin, her toe was likely mistaken for prey.
Had my husband not been home and I was here alone, I don't know what would have happened.
She says if this incident has taught her a lesson, it'd be to fight for better cell service in her community, get a landline, and better protect herself.
Landline. So there you go. It's better, because just in case you got that landline, you can make that phone call. That's smart. If you're in a bad place, either that or get what? Starlink, because I heard Starlink was pretty good. Grace, I'm really happy that she's doing good. And guess what, you guys? That's what that snake was doing. That snake was being a snake. Found somewhere to hide, and he said, go seek. Be careful out there, you guys. Last time I saw one of them joints, I was up the block. He ain't even get a chance to bite me. Be careful out there, you guys. And also, when you're using apps and things like that, you got to also be careful because these apps do not mean that these people know what they're doing. We're going to head on over to our new story. We're going to stay in Hollywood, stay in LA right now. It's going over to another place. It's called Hollywood, California. Stay right in LA right now. Let's go on over to Cali and see. We got a situation with the Rover app. You guys are not going to like this because I was peed off when I heard about it. The Rover app, that's when you're supposed to have someone that baby can babysit your dog, drop them off, or they come over to you and babysit your pet, right? That's pretty simple, right? Shouldn't be any problem with that. Oh yeah? How about this one lady? She dropped off her dog, and next thing you know, the dog died because the person that was supposed to be watching the dog left it out in extreme heat. There's an investigation going on right now, and there's an accusation against this pet sitter. And the app, just so you guys know, it's called Rover. Let's get into this real quick. I don't like stories like this, but we got to talk about it in order to prevent other possibilities of other family members being lost. And that's what we call our pets.
watching her dogs. One of them died while in her care, and she's now accusing the dog sitter of leaving her precious pup outside in the brutal heat. Local 10 Samir Nefsi is live in Hollywood, where an investigation is now underway. Samir.
And Janice, how and why? Those are the questions at the center of this investigation by Hollywood investigators who are looking into the death of a 4-year-old French bulldog who died while under the supervision of a sitter off the very popular dog sitting app, Rover.
I mean, ain't that the whole purpose of leaving your dog at a sitter, is so nothing happens to it?
I didn't really know what to say. I just started crying, and I got off the phone.
Fighting back tears, Kaylin Ackerin recalling the moment she found out her 4-year-old French bulldog, Prince, had died.
She said, oh, those dogs are prone to overheating, you know, but we'll hold his body and just let me know what you want me to do with it. And that was it.
She says on Friday she dropped off her beloved Pooch and another dog at this home in the 6000 block of Atlantis Street in Hollywood around 8 p.m. This after telling Local 10 she booked a dog sitter by the name of Laura Gonzalez off the app Rover come Saturday morning.
They messaged me through the app to call them. And so when I reached out to her, she was just rude. It was just straightforward, hey, Prince died overnight.
Accurate says a friend went to pick up Prince's body.
They told me that they left him in the kennel. The gentleman I had picked the dogs also was advised by the husband that, oh, you know, we're dealing with the mourning of our family. Our grandma passed, and, you know, we forgot about the dog outside.
You hear this? They're dealing with something that's going on with their family, and they forgot about the dog and left him outside. Situation happened to me with one of my pets one time. I hate when people give you a call and say, oh, the dog did this, or I couldn't do this. You shouldn't take on the responsibility in the first place. Now, one time somebody told me, oh, the dog just got off the leash and ran out in the street. Check this out. Before you go outside, you put him on the leash. You don't wait till you come outside to put the leash on the dog, because he's going to run. You walking out the building like, come over here, let me put the dog might see something and run in the streets. I've seen terrible accidents like that where one hit directly into the dog and he's out of there. They can't take no hit directly from no car. We can't either. So come on with that, you guys. If people being irresponsible, and this is supposed to be the reason why we leave our pets, that's why apps are not so good as well. They're always supposed to be so convenient, right? No, I don't think so. I got a kennel that I used to drop my dog off to. I used to go there, drop them off. They used to watch them. I used to see the people come and bringing them out to go to walk and everything like that. Paid a little bit extra money, but I never had a problem with my dog. And that's a family member right there. Let's keep going.
He stopped by the sitter's house.
Is there anything you'd like to say in regards to Prince?
This woman opting not to answer any questions as a man ushered another dog inside.
They also sent me a text saying he died peacefully in his sleep. If you're dying of a heat stroke, that's not peaceful.
It's that haunting thought that has this dog owner searching for answers. While a necropsy has not been conducted, Hollywood PD say they are investigating.
Oh man, oh man, oh man. I already told you guys, be careful out there with the fam. Be careful out there with the fam. And be careful in your own backyard as well. Because if you got these dogs that are really lovingly and happy and all of that go jipper, you might have the same sort of situation. Now, you guys, I'm going to say about 20% of you are not going to agree with me, but let me just go for it anyway. Normally, when I have a dog, I don't just let everybody touch my dog. Like, oh my God. Nah. Why? Because a lot of times my apartment and my place has been robbed. And every time I don't have a dog, it never got robbed. But anytime I didn't have one, next thing you know, something happened. And always by somebody that I knew. How did I know? Because I found out later. So I'm sorry, but if you come over, I'm going to probably put the dog up. And it's not because of him. It's because of you. I don't want him getting used to you. Sorry. Where the dog at? Oh, he in the room. This way, if I got to open the door, he don't know you like that. You get what I'm saying? And I get it. Oh, what about the kids and all of that? I'm past all of that stage. He's here for security measures. To the point where if he don't do his job, might not be able to hang around too much. I live in a pretty rough neighborhood, straight up and down. All of that, oh my God, he's so cute. Next thing you know, let me show you where the stereo is at. Come on over here. let me show you where he keeps the money at. Nah, that's why you don't let him get used to your friends and people like that. This way, when you're not home and somebody go to touch the knob and they hear, roof, roof. Oh man, that's that dog I don't know, that I never got a chance to pet before, even if I know him. Y'all probably think I'm wrong, but different things apply to different people. Let's keep on moving forward, you guys. Let's go. And yes, I am streetwise. I actually wrote a book called How to Survive in the Hood. Doing a pretty good damn job of it too, because I'm still here trying to get out. But they trying to hold me in this motherfucker. Let's keep on going, you guys. Now, the reason I tell you all of that is because that lab, that cat, that dog, as soon as that gate got open, it should have been, roof. It shouldn't have been no, nah, shouldn't have happened. Sorry.
Dog theft in progress. A stranger enters the backyard and...
Now this is a dog theft in progress. I'm talking about a big dog. Not like no little dog. This a big dog. And these are the ones that like to have friends and family over.
Tries to lure the dog out of the gate, but the Labrador named Blanco is resisting. The guy removes the dog's collar. He looks around to see if anyone is watching and makes off with the pooch, leaving the cat behind. Paul Torres is the dog's owner.
I came inside and went upstairs and I went on the deck and, you know, I was like, Blanco, and he just wouldn't come out. And then I was like, oh, I got my video.
The dog napping was posted on social media, and the good folks of Colorado Springs got to work trying to find the stolen dog. And a family member of the suspect also saw the video and apparently gave him a real talking to.
You wouldn't have had to find my dog. You would have had to find his calf. C-A-L-F. Because that's what was reported. Oh, his name was Shadow. His name was Shadow. Why? Because he followed me everywhere I went. I needed to have somebody watch Shadow, but I told them, and I'm gonna be honest with you, Shadow wasn't the petty type. But you know what? I had him in a cage in the backyard with a chain and everything like that. Everything was fine, no problem, right? And my friend that was watching him, taking care of him, putting water out there, he was okay to touch him. But he told everybody, oh, leave that dog alone. Don't really mess with him like that. Okay, one guy thought it was okay. He went over there, poking at the dog with a stick because he was trying to get Shadow to do the bite with the stick thing. But he don't know you like that. So instead of him biting you with the stick, he bit the guy. And the next thing you know, the calf muscle, that's where he caught him because he started to run. The dog got so mad and he snapped the chain, caught him on his calf. Basically, yeah, because he was a pit bull, pretty big, and I'm not going to tell you the graphicity of how it happened. But when I went to get him out of lockup, yep, went to get the dog out of the pound. I'm like, yo, I don't even want him back after that. He done tasted, blood, whatever like that, right? So I don't want to be too graphic here, yeah. So when I went and got him out, they was like, oh, you can take him. I'm like, yeah, but wait a minute, he did. What happened? What did he do? They was like, yeah, but the guy was in the backyard and he shouldn't have been messing with the dog. So I'm like, damn, you know what? You're actually right about that. So I guess, and they let him out. Shadow was free again. When he got back to that neighborhood, they wasn't really thinking about going back in that backyard no more. But me, I was a little weary of Shadow too. You know why, right? Because once they taste that, it get a little bit different. I got to be honest, I'm a trainer and I'm a breeder. Tell you the truth. So I kind of stay away from having them right now because I don't have the proper setting for them. But yeah, be careful and don't go for people coming over and petting your dogs like that. I understand you guys may be, very safe and everything like that. But be honest, you want to make sure that you're, be very nice. But it just depends on the neighborhood. You just got to be careful. Popcorn has made his business 98 times to every single person that meets him. See what I'm saying? Let's hit that like, everyone. Let's go. And everybody doesn't have to be like me. Everybody don't got to be like me. You guys can do whatever. You don't got to be like me. Brian Bumper, oh, you're out of here. See you later and have a good one. Boom, out of here. I can see all types of things going through here.
Look what happened. The suspect returned the dog at 1 in the morning.
He saw all of the social network posts and everything, and I guess he felt bad, and he brought him back.
And everyone was sleeping. The family says he also left behind this handwritten note of apology. The dog owner's daughter, Betty, read it for Inside Edition.
I'm sorry I did this. I was not in the right state of mind. I was very drunk.
You can tell Blanco is ecstatic to be back home.
He just was licking me all over and I woke up out of a dead sleep. And I was like, Blanco, Blanco.
Notice how they say the owners look like the dogs. Let's keep on going, y'all. Let's go. Blanco, Blanco. I guess the story ended well. You know, I guess the story ended well. Right, you guys? Let's keep on going. That's right. Good for Blanco. And I guess his pride kicked in a little while. And he was like in a bunch and said, you know what? Let me take you back home. Every time he looked at Blanco, Blanco was probably like this. I want to go home. You know how those dogs look when they really want to go home? Yeah, I know it. Let's keep on going, you guys. Let's go. Now let's get on over to another situation where we got in Dallas. This 9-year-old Dallas sprinter, they call her Two Puffs Kennedy. I told you, we're going to have a different show today. It's Saturday, you guys. We're going to do a little bit different stuff. We're going to freak it, and we're going to just do a little bit different. We're going to go on over to Dallas. This little girl, she's 9 years old, and she's a sprinter. Her name is Two Puffs Kennedy. She's heading to the Junior Olympics, you guys, and guess what? She says the way that people can identify her when she's on the field, on the track, is following the Two Puffs. Let's get on over here and see what's going on with Two Puffs, you guys. Let's go. Double tap that screen. It's Saturday morning. Let's get those likes up to 300 to get those keychains out.
Under her cleats,
Okay, sir.
to her signature crown.
People know me as Two Puffs, and whenever I'm running, they can always find me with my two puffs.
It's just one of the many things that shine about Kennedy Ashley.
I like running because it pushes you to do harder things.
Running not 1 or 2, but 3 races. But it was this moment.
Here we go up.
At 9 years old, Kennedy qualified for the Junior Olympics.
I was at the 150 mark and I heard my team just screaming. That's when I started picking it up.
Though crossing that line began years back.
Kennedy has always wanted to run. Even when we'd go on walks when she was 2 or 3 years old, we'd just be out walking and she'd say, Mom, I've got my running shoes on. We're running.
You could say their family has a track record. Kennedy's mother, Courtney, and older sister both have history of track and field.
Got it.
Lacing up with Mom, she has a pre-race tradition.
She always prays over her feet, too.
God, please make me do good today, and please make my feet run extremely fast.
Kennedy's 4x100 relay team ran the fastest time in the nation this season.
She cute,
The 400
right?
at prelims, I ran a 105, and then in the finals, I ran a 104. Then the 4x1, we ran a 53.
She's going to the Olympics. I'm telling you now, she's going to the Olympics.
For perspective, in the most recent 2024 Paris Olympics, the United States women took home the gold with a time just over 11 seconds faster. At only 9, Kennedy Two Puffs Ashley has quite the record.
Kennedy's got that focus look on her face. I just sit back, I'm not worried. She's focused, she's locked in, she's tuned in, she's gonna give it her all.
The family is asking for the community's support in getting Kennedy to and from those Junior Olympics, which are scheduled for Southern California this weekend, Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. They've actually set up a fundraiser through GoFundMe. And as for Kennedy, her goal is to come back to the Lone Star State as an All-American.
That's right, you guys. Two Puffs Kennedy out in Dallas. If you guys want to find that on GoFundMe, Two Puffs. That's her name. And I ain't talking about the kind of puffs that you're talking about. Ain't no two puffs, you guys. You know what I'm talking about. Now let's go ahead and put up a prayer for Beauty and for little children and for her, and so she can actually go do good when it comes down to her meets and everything that she's got going on. Because we don't only pray for the bad around here, Lord. We pray for the good. And I told them we're going to have a different type of show today, no matter what. Amen. Let's go. We still got to turn it up a little bit. So let's go to Japan. We're going to see what's going on with this Yakuza situation. That's right. This is Osaka. Perfect situation right here. These police arrested this man for receiving funds that he should not have received. And when they tell you not to receive no funds in Japan, you probably should listen, or they're going to come knocking like this. You think they got enough police there? Huh? Huh?
It is 2 p.m. Osaka Prefectural Police investigators are entering a gang office to conduct a search.
The office searched is that of the 11th Haraika, a group affiliated with the designated Yakuza syndicate, the 6th Yamaguchi Gumi. Suspect Kazunobu Imoto, a member of the group who was arrested, is suspected of receiving 1 million yen in cash last October while knowing it was proceeds from special fraud. The incident came to light during an investigation into the arrest of members of an anonymous, fluid criminal group for defrauding a woman in her 70s in Toyama Prefecture of 18.7 million yen. While police have not disclosed whether the suspect admits to the allegations, they are investigating the possibility that the proceeds from these crimes are flowing into the Yakuza organization.
That was, somebody said they was doing a fight scene. Nah, you gotta realize the Yakuza out there are very organized. It's different. You know how they say that's like organized crime, but Yakuza out there in Japan, they really organize, you guys. I'm talking about they run their business like suit and tie. They don't play when they come down to that dough. And guess what? We don't play when it come down to getting those likes up, because if you can get those likes up to 300 today, we're going to be sending you guys out some merch in the form of 6 Our Bottom Line keychains and 6 Our Bottom Line decals. That's 12 pieces in all. How you going to get them? All you got to do is email me at bridgethisllc@gmail.com. I will send you out your merch, you guys, handwritten, and I'll send it directly. But we got to get those likes up. Helps get more people over here to see the show. Let's get on over here to, it could be this song or it could be that song. But when it's this guy, you know what song it's going to be. Y'all ready for this? It's time to do it. Mom dummy, na is a super cat, na use a dumb dummy, na is a super cat, na use a dumb dummy, na is a super cat, na use a dumb dummy, dummy, mom dummy. That's right, that's how you get it in there without saying it. That's right. Let's go on over here because Zorhan Mamdani is now facing more pushback from the JEW community. He has elected a group of individuals who are to help out. And guess what? Out of all 18, boom, 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 he has not selected one, JEW, but he says it's not for any particular reason. He's not racist. You know what I'm saying? The word that I can't say. Let's get on over here and see what's going on with Mamdani.
New York City Mayor Zohran Mamdani is facing more outrage from the Jewish community, this time over a new committee that will advise him on judicial nominations. Not one of the 18 people he appointed is Jewish, even though he calls that panel truly representative of the city.
In my 6 months of being the mayor, I've had the privilege of appointing a dozen qualified judges from a range of backgrounds, including Jewish judges. And I want to be clear that any suggestion that the composition of the advisory committee was motivated by religion is false.
Well, those comments are doing little to quiet his critics as concerns about anti-Semitism in New York City are growing. The Anti-Defamation League says reported incidents are up nearly 480% in the past decade. Alexis McAdams is in New York City with more on this. Good morning, Alexis.
Jackie, good morning.
I'm going to give you free food. I'm going to give you free this. I'm going to give you free that. That's right. I'm here for it, you guys. Y'all, oh, yeah, they elected him. I'm going to tell you because I definitely didn't elect them to be in here. I'm going to be honest with you. I did not elect. Mom, damn it. I didn't do it. Wasn't me. If anything, I don't even want his job. I don't want to be the mayor no more. I want to go after Kathy Jokel Hochul or the next person that's going to be in there. I want to be the governor to go ahead and fire some of these people because you can't do it like that. You need to get rid of all of them because throw up neck need to go. You know who I'm talking about, Tish, the one that tries to downsize and quiet those crime numbers. That's the commissioner. Need to get up out of here. You know what I'm talking about, right? Need to kick a rock for a block. Also, Mamdani needs to be suppressed as much as possible. Only way to really do that, got to be the governor. She needs to go. That's the real head of the snake right there. Yeah, but don't say, I'm just saying allegedly. I don't want to get any trouble over here. You know what I mean, you guys? Now, let me ask you guys, Five Guys, Shake Shack, Burger King, McDonald's, White Castle, Wendy's, what is the best burger? And you guys got to tell me because it's okay to eat burgers. It's okay to eat red meat. Don't worry about me. If you are eating the protein of red meats, it's actually good for you. You're supposed to. Just got to make sure you're getting the right red meats and you got to make sure that it's what, guys? Grass-fed. Just keep on moving forward because now fast food companies are now losing money. They're saying they're losing about $7 per pound of beef because restaurants and the eating prices is now up. The prices of beef are ridiculously high and now people are starting to complain about it inside of the restaurants. You're seeing less traffic in all of those in all of those fast food places that I just named, you guys. But what about you? Have you stopped going if you went before? Have you felt like the prices have just gotten astronomically high? I don't even eat in McDonald's in those places, but when I did go in to grab a coffee or whatever, I did notice the price of a Big Mac went up astronomically, ridiculously, these prices. Check this out, you guys.
Burgers have been the backbone of America's fast food business, but today they've become one of the biggest challenges.
Burgers are getting way too expensive.
Record high beef prices and customers who don't want to pay them.
Okay, do you guys think fast food has gotten too expensive?
Oh, 1000%, 1000%. Like, sometimes I'm struggling to even pay for it myself.
Why struggle to pay for it when you might as well go get a real meal out of a supermarket and go ahead and put it together? I used to feel that it was a real big deal to be able to go cook. But even if you go to the supermarkets now, the prices are ridiculous, and we got other stuff to worry about.
It's great.
So instead of passing those higher beef costs on to customers, some of the biggest names in fast food are absorbing the hit.
Sometimes it's just the difference between having a customer at, a discounted rate or no customer at all.
The average.
And you guys are right. A lot of it is not even meat. And if it is, it's poor grade meat. It's not good meat that we're supposed to be actually eating. And guess what, Money Tree? If it's good meat, that burger gonna be about $25 by itself. Wait a minute, this is such and such beef. Yeah, if it's expensive beef, oh, they gonna hit you in the pockets.
Price of ground beef has now topped $7 a pound, the highest on record. And with the smaller U.S. cattle herd keeping beef supplies tight, those costs likely won't fall anytime soon. It's not just fast food joints feeling the squeeze.
The American fast food consumer is under pressure, and they are not eating out as much, and they are demanding more value, and they're demanding better quality from their restaurants. And they're not willing to compromise on any of it.
And that's exactly what we heard from fast food goers.
If your favorite fast food burger or item went up by a couple more bucks, would you still buy it or would you change your mind?
I would probably change my mind because I like the more affordable options for sure.
Okay, so when I was eating meat and I was consuming, the best thing that I would actually go for, I'm agreeing with you guys. I used to love Wendy's. I could tell you about the big classic, and especially the spicy chicken sandwich. I used to live by that thing. I used to live by that spicy chicken sandwich, but that's when I was consuming meat. Just a different menu nowadays.
Sure. Value, I think, is very important to us as a family and to make sure the kids are happy and fed.
And with rising costs from food to gas, more Americans are cutting back on eating out. According to a July...
You guys remember that? Where's the beef? Where's the beef? I remember the rest of the commercial too. I don't think there's anybody back there. I really don't. See what happens when you watch too much damn TV?
YouGov survey, more than half of Americans say value or discount menus are the top reason they choose a fast food restaurant.
Somebody else got the answer over there. Who that paying attention? Money Tree, you on point with this one. We ran out of cows years ago, and that's the reason why. Because guess what? We're starting to be just like Hawaii was. Remember when I told you guys I went to Hawaii in 2009? That's when a Whopper from Burger King was about $10 back then. I thought that was expensive, especially when you're paying for a whole group of rappers on a record label, right? So trust me, I understood those prices. I was penny pinching in Hawaii like, yo, but you can't. You know why? Because Hawaii is ridiculously expensive. I didn't know that. Now check this out. So not only that, but do you know what was cheaper? The seafood was cheaper. And I'm like, what? It makes sense. They said, we don't have land out here for cows. But the seafood is right there, so of course it's gonna be much cheaper. All of the beef has to be flown in. Makes a lot of sense. So now are we about to adapt the same situations like the single state of Hawaii is? But we gotta be worried about these extensive and expensive beef prices because of how we have to get it, because a lot of our farms are not up to par like they used to be, and they're not being supported the way that they should. They can be monitored better here. I think that we should stop. This is me personally. I think we should stop using overseas meats in the first place. And no 3D printed, stop that, you guys. No 3D printed meats, please.
while about 2/3 say high prices are a reason they stay away. That pullback is causing chains like McDonald's, Burger King, and even here at Shake Shack to compete on value. The goal, keep customers coming through the door, even if it means making a little less on each order. McDonald's has expanded its McValue platform, offering breakfast meal deals starting at $4. $5 lunch and dinner options, and an under $3 menu. Burger King continues to push its mix and match value deals.
Be careful of all of that under $3 stuff, the $5. Yes, it sounds cheap, but what the hell are you eating?
Including 2 items for $5 or 3 for $7. And Wendy's recently rolled out its Biggie deals, with meal options ranging from $4 to $8.
If you have a $1 menu, I'm there.
So for now, your burger may cost more to make.
So you see what the youth is saying, the new generation is saying nowadays, they okay with it. And that's why it supports our other research when it came down to the health and wellness section. That was one of the new generation right there. Generation Z, that's what they calling them, right? That's what they calling them, right? So guess what, you guys, if that's what they're okay with, whatever's cheaper, whatever can fill them up, that's why they're getting more diabetes, high blood pressure, going to the doctor at such a young age, because they're eating the foods that they should not be eating. All of the processed stuff with all of the coloring and all that crap in it. Got to see what's going on out here, you guys. That's why we do this show. We're so much more than just one topic. We're so much more than just politics. We are a full coverage show over here, and we like to make sure that all of our people know what's going on. Dustin, see you in a minute. See you in a minute. Go ahead. I eat bugs and all that. Ugh, damn, you're serious? I don't know about no bugs. I don't know about that. Wait a minute. Sometimes I don't even care. I be so horny. I mean, so hungry. Ooh, sorry about that. Wrong word. Wrong word. Like that time when you guys almost seen the hub on my screen that time, right? Sorry about that. Wrong word. So I'm sorry. Sometimes I don't even care. I be so hungry. That's the whole situation right there. They're looking for you to be hungry, and that's what they're trying to do, you guys. I know it. I know it. Come on, leave the laughs alone. I can make a mistake. I got astigmatism. Y'all see how my eye be going to the side like Biggie. Y'all see my eye go to the side sometimes. I got astigmatism. I can see good out of this one, but this one is like a blurry screen, so I got an excuse. I got a doctor's note. Let's keep on going, you guys. Let's go. We got to get on over to a more serious, shh, be quiet. Leave me alone, damn it. Stop it. I'm not. I promise you I'm not. Let's keep on going, because we got a more serious topic. You know, I'm glad y'all laughing. I'm going to say that I'll be the butt of the joke right now. You know why? Because I want you guys to laugh because of the next story that's coming up. You're going to need that laughter right now, because I don't even want to tell you guys about this story right here, where a ferry captain is charged with over 72 counts of murder as the boat sank. You guys remember this story, right? And all of his deckhands, they were charged too. Let's get on into it, you guys. We got to go into Guyana. Let's go into Guyana and see what's going on with this ferry boat. You guys remember that ferry boat that crashed and all of those people lost their lives? We following up.
Welcome back. In news from the region, in Guyana, the captain of the MV Barima broke down in tears during his court appearance at the Georgetown Magistrates Court Tuesday morning. He has been charged with 72 counts of murder. 2 other crew members have also been charged for similar crimes. The captain, 40-year-old Kevin Price, Good Superintendent, 33-year-old Delon Granderson, and Chief Mate, 42-year-old Rondell Dwayne Roberts, appeared before Chief Magistrate Judy Latchman, where the charges were formally read to them. The court heard that 72 people have been killed after the MV Barima sank on July 18. Recovery searches are still taking place for another 30 people. It was discovered that many of the passengers were not listed on the passenger manifest. During defense attorney Dexter Todd described the charges as preemptive and performative despite a commission of inquiry underway.
Justice.
I'm sorry, Barima, MV Barima. Barima tragedy where captain and 2 crew members are charged with murder and they've been remanded to prison. That's them right here, you guys. 72 people lost their lives.
The complexity of this matter you could not complete an investigation in terms of the complexity of this matter with such a short time. There are a number of experts that you need to pull together. in order to assist in the investigation of this matter. And that is why there's a COI. The primary persons who will have to talk at the COI is the captain of the vessel. The captain of the vessel will have to appear before a COI. Now this man is in prison. And then you're going to have a second issue. There's something we call sub judice, meaning that if a matter is before one court, then not even a commission can look into the affairs of that matter. So there are going to be barriers to the extent that the commission can dive into things.
That's right, you guys. Y'all saw it. 72 people. We gotta pray for them. We're gonna pray for those souls. And yes, even though it's in a whole different place that we've never even been to before, we don't normally cover, we go there. We go all over the world to cover these stories, you guys. We try to get all of the information out because you never know who's watching. Let's get those stories out to as many people as possible. Amen. Praying for everybody who lost their lives in this tragedy. Want to pray for all of the families, every single person that's been affected by this. Amen. Let's go, you guys. Let's get on over to Jamaica. I told you guys you were going to need those reserved laughs because we got some serious news coming in. I got to go ahead and give you guys some stuff that's going to make you smile and everything because we try to mix it up over here nowadays because we can't take but so much. I tell you guys that about the heart. It's just like a motor. Can't just keep it on high impact all the time. That's why I try to tell you guys, take it easy. Sometimes things are going to get rough, but as long as we can make it to tomorrow strong and we can stick together, let's do what we got to do, you guys, and let's keep on pushing. Every day is not going to be 100%, peaches and cream, but let's strive for the best and let's keep on working at it. That's why we do what we do. Let's go. Let's get on over to Jamaica. We got a 10-year-old. I don't even want to report this. 10-year-old, R word, yes, lost her life, and it happened with her own cousin, you guys. Let's get on over to Troy Angry because a mob got to him after this happened, and I don't think that he's around anymore. So I'm going to just tell you, in Jamaica, if you plan on doing something to a 10-year-old child and they find out about it, there may be an angry mob at the door that'll get you before the police even can do it. Check this story out, you guys. Let's go. Let's get on over to Jamaica.
Welcome back to Primetime News.
And a special welcome once again to our viewers on TVJ International in the Cayman Islands and online at onespotmedia.com.
We begin this newscast by delving deeper into the tragic story of the 10-year-old girl who was raped and killed in Trelawny Tuesday evening, allegedly by her cousin.
Now, this evening, her family members share the chilling details of what they believe was a targeted attack by a serial rapist.
Now, we were told the suspect, who was killed by a mob of residents hours after the incident, was also helping with the search for the child.
So they don't got to worry about him no more. And he tried to be slick and act like he was helping for the search until they found out it was him.
Alicia Williams reports.
This is where 10-year-old Shania Coke took her last breath, a lonely road off the beaten track in the hills of Trelawny.
The interview I'm giving you, I'm trying to see if I can get it all out of me, but I don't know if I'm doing the right thing. But I'm saying what I can say, Life is so unfair.
Traumatized, depressed, don't know what to do because it could have happened to my daughter, my niece, anyone. Could have happened.
We were told Shania was on her way back home after her grandmother sent her to the shop around 3:30 Tuesday afternoon. However, her grandmother said she got suspicious after 30 minutes passed and the child did not return home.
I just called my grandson and said, come, Alric, come go up on the road, go look if you see your cousin. He go and he come and say, Grandma, me reach out a try, out of the cash pot, out of try cross, out of the cash pot. I'm in a serious Ikeja. So he come back to me.
Anxious and frustrated.
He went out looking for her, but he went all the way out to a certain point and he couldn't find her. So he came back and told her, because she sent her uncle, her nephew to go looking for her.
Frustrated, Miss Williams said she went to the shop to see if she made it there.
He said, look, Mama, Kate is not him, me serve him. Keja come and buy us a lady serve him. And he serve him and tell him, say, Keja, me case and go on one because a lady say she kinda with anybody girl pitney. When you see them alone, you always encourage them. Say, look here, So he said, the girl never delay. He just sell him and she turn out and Tracy said, the girl said things, all right, Tracy, and he said, all right, go on, take time. Go.
So basically what she's trying to say is he said that he told her not to dilly-dally and play around or whatever, go right back home, and that's what she did. She got whatever she wanted, and she was headed right back home.
But those fears would soon become reality, as hours later, Shania's body was found with the throat slashed. It's believed she was also raped. It's believed she was lured to the area where she was assaulted and then killed. We were told a suspect, Shania's cousin, was among the people helping her grandmother with the search.
Last night when I go around there and see him on the veranda, I was broken down so bad I could have hardly, I couldn't take up a pebble. And I said to him on the veranda, I said, you see, how me tell us if you leave my daughter alone, just don't go bother him. Don't come out here, come rob and kill my pickini. And you rob and kill my pickini. And he said, yes, sir.
Moments later, another bloodbath. The suspect, Delroy Coke, was chopped to death by an angry mob. His father, who sources say came to his defense, also received chop wounds and is battling for life in hospital. Residents say the incident is a culmination of their frustration. They claim the suspect was a serial rapist who had attempted to rape other people in and around the community and was recently released from prison for rape.
I talked to the father. I said, why you bring back this guy into the neighborhood? He said, I've seen picnic, do I want to do with him picnic? I see, I beg him, I said, now your cousin. Get this guy out of the neighborhood. The guy came to my business place and buy file quite a few times, my shade file. And I said to him, my little daughter around there, she one live around there as a girl child. Don't molest him come in and you go rape and kill him. He said, no, Mr. Coke, I won't do it.
So what happened? So you're saying that this could have been avoided? Avoided a long time.
Now the tragedy has left a stain on the community, but residents are holding on to the memories of Shania, who was described as a bright and promising child.
I want to go ahead and give a big prayer out to her, her family, everybody out there that's been affected by this tragedy. I want to give a big shout out and nothing but love and respect to the mob that basically took care of the situation. And I want to ask and pray for strength for the grandfather as well as the family members when it comes down to Anai. If you really understand what he basically said and you listen to him, he knew about this guy. He went into his shop a couple of times and he was trying to buy a file, like a file for, I guess, a blade. And when he looked at him, he said, I know my daughter's out there and I know you see her, but don't mess with my daughter because that's my pumpkin, that's my baby. Don't mess with her. I'm not going to do nothing to her. And wound up anyway. I want to give our prayers, you guys, right now to the family and everybody in this situation and street justice. Amen. Street justice. You know, it is what it is. Street justice right there, yo. Let's go. Double tap that screen and get those likes up, you guys. Like I said, I don't try to keep it on a bad term all the time. I like to try to give you guys some, some good information and some good energy as well. But there's different things going on across the world. And yes, we report from everywhere. Keep on telling you guys, we go everywhere with all news. Double tap that screen and get those likes up, because if you can get up to 300 likes this Saturday, I'll be sending you guys out 6 of these Our Bottom Line keychains and 6 of these Our Bottom Line decals. 12 pieces, you guys. That's enough for a lot of people. That's a whole dozen right there. How am I get them, Boogotti? Email me at bridgethisllc@gmail.com. Again, bridgethisllc@gmail.com. And let's keep on going. Winning an $800 million mega ticket. Woo! If that was me, all of the animals and a whole lot of veterans and homeless people would be straight, because you can't keep it. I'm going to be honest with you guys. Probably invest a lot of it, but I'll be around here like, yeah, let's go ahead and take care of that. Let's do what we can do. Imagine, what would you do? Imagine, you guys, I'm just giving it to you right now. I know you're probably not big lottery players or anything like that, but why not? Why not imagine it for a second? You went in, you said, you know what, I'd never do this anyway. Just give me one of those lottery tickets. And you scratched it off, $800 million. What would you do, Eric Cooper? What would you do, Dustin? 55, what would you do? I want to know what you would do, Joe BX, as well. Just imagine it for a minute, Jelena. Come on, Sam. What would you do, Dame, with $800 million? Oh, my God. What would I do? I couldn't sleep for 4 days.
Someone in the Tampa Bay area woke up $800 million richer today. The Florida Lottery says that one person won last night's Mega Millions ticket, so we sent our Robert Boyd to the Wawa where that winning ticket was sold.
Well, listen to these numbers: 34, 48, 49, 59, 70, and 12. For many of us, those are just random numbers. But for somebody out there, one lucky person, those numbers will change their life, because those are the winning numbers of the Mega Millions jackpot worth $800 million.
Is this where they won that? I just saw that this morning. I thought, I wonder where it is. No way. That's awesome. I'm happy for them.
Regular customers of the Wawa, located off State Route 70 in Bradenton, told me they were in disbelief to find out their local store was where an $800 million Mega Millions ticket was purchased, the 10th largest jackpot in the game's history.
I'm not even mad at you, Money Tree. Money Tree said, I'm going to buy a giraffe. He's going to be straight on the giraffe back like this, coming through like, Money Tree going to be on the back of the giraffe like this, looking like he coming to America or something.
I think that's pretty amazing. You never know where or when anything's going to happen, so you never know. You take a chance sometimes and play the lotto.
I usually go to the Publix and get my ticket, so I don't know. I should have come over here, apparently.
Is this going to be your new lottery destination?
Possibly, yeah, now that I know.
I wish it was me. I played, but I guess I wasn't me the winner, so I'm like, God bless him, brother.
The winner, who has yet to come forward, has a choice of accepting the $800 million over time or taking one lump sum of $344 million right now. People at Wawa had no problem dreaming of how they would spend that money.
I'll retire.
Man, I'm going to take it over time and work out every day. He'll be like, yo, Bugatti's running the earth. That's right. You got to stay fit. I'm trying to get all the 844, y'all.
First thing I would do, I retire, and then I go get God his half, and then I'm going to just go splurge.
I would vanish and go on an island somewhere.
You'd leave behind your family?
With my family.
Okay.
I would take...
Now, I don't know about that. I might have to drop off a little bit of dough to some people and get ghosts. Somebody had a good idea. Somebody said that they're going to change their name out here. Imagine, it'd be a good idea. So now a couple of people are going to be like, you know what? Let me spend a little bit to see if I can make something on the scratch off. Let's keep on going, you guys. Let's go. $800 million. Woohoo! Big choice right there. Big choices. Let's get on over to Miami, Florida, you guys. We got a man. I told you we go up and down on this show, so don't get too settled in. We got to get on over to Florida, where they never fail with the content. We got a man who's been locked up, and I don't know if he's getting out. Watch your head. Told you guys about these situations when it comes down to road rage. You got to watch out for them. This happened in a Walmart parking lot. Let's get on over to Florida, you guys. Be careful. Road rage is not a good thing.
Only on 6, a violent case of road rage leaves the victim with serious injuries, and now the suspect is behind bars.
NBC6's Valerie Ryan joins us live from where the fight happened with more details for us. Valerie?
Well, Jackie Juwan, this fight happened back in May between strangers right here in this parking lot. We are in a Walmart parking lot in Hialeah. And like you guys mentioned, this was a verbal argument that quickly turned violent.
Well, that's how it is nowadays. They don't do this no more. Yo, man, so what you gonna do? I'm just saying, what you gonna do? They don't do the shoulder to shoulder, round around no more. They don't do this. Yeah, so what you saying though? Yeah, why don't you go first? Why don't you go first? Nah, it ain't none of that. Because they're not thinking about using knees. They're lucky it was just a fight. Let's go.
Video captures a man on the ground, disoriented, struggling to stand up. A few moments later, you can hear another man scream, "I defended myself."
No, I defended myself.
But Hialeah PD say that man is Christian Salgado, the aggressor. Authorities say Salgado and the victim got into a verbal argument in this Hialeah Walmart parking lot back in May. They then went their separate
Walmart, what they arguing over, a parking spot?
ways, but Salgado came back, blocked the victim's car in, while the victim's pregnant girlfriend and a young child were inside.
Now that's when things became physical. The report says Salgado grabbed the victim, lifted him in the air, and slammed him into the ground.
That's crazy. That's some anger issues.
The arrest
Got some anger issues, huh?
report says the victim suffered severe injuries, a skull fracture, a brain bleed, and several fractures in his spine. Authorities say the victim, now months later, has trouble standing for more than 20 minutes and suffers from memory loss. In bond court, the judge set Salgado's bond to $15,000, and when asked for a lower bond amount, the judge pushed back.
Should actually be locked up in jail with no bond based on this victim's injuries, what he did to him. This victim may not be able to walk again.
Now again, Salgado has been charged with aggravated
She like, you lucky he getting a bond.
battery, and this is not the first time that we've seen a road rage incident here in South Florida escalate. So the message from Hialeah PD tonight is to let things go. We're live in Hialeah tonight. Valerie Ryan, NBC6 News.
Yeah, I stopped it too, man. I stopped it too. Because think about it like this. Even if you win, you lose. You would technically say he won that fight. But now look where he at. Locked up, and she ain't really want to let him out without all that bail money. Watch your head. He was in the back of that car like this. Damn, I probably shouldn't have had that fight. Damn, now I got to pay for a lawyer. Now I got to be on probation. Now I got to go back and forth. Because now you got to get the lawyer money. If you got bail, you got to bail yourself out. So was it worth it? That's why I ask myself a lot of times, like, should I even go try to do this? Nah, you know what, I'm not doing that. Somebody sent me a smorgasbord of things the other day that was totally illegal. I'm like, yo, bro, first of all, are you crazy? And then secondly, I responded back with, you know what you could do, right? You can make some flyers. You can become an influencer. You can get a job. I gave him a whole bunch of legal options. How about that? Let's keep on moving forward, you guys. I ain't getting caught up in none of this crap. I got a mission, call me a man on a mission, and I'm not gonna stop until I get there. Don't let nobody knock you off your square, and be able to distinguish when people are trying to. Because even though you might be, straight and narrow, you gotta be careful. And don't let people trigger you to do things to get you angry, because sometimes it can happen, yo, he did this, he did that. And sometimes, you may just wanna act out of anger. But we always say over here, give yourself that little pause, that woosah, and keep on moving forward. Because if you win, you could lose too. Next thing you know, you're locked up. Yeah, is it worth it? Remember Bernard Getz? He did really good, and it took a long time to fight off those cases and those crimes. Let's keep on going, you guys. Let's go. Because now, guess what? We got Doom Doom. Can't start the show without Doom Doom. Can't do this show without Doom Doom. Doom 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 Doom. Ice, ice, baby. Get him! That's right, because that's what's happening. Keeping in mind of cuffs and silver bracelets. Let's get on over and see what ICE is doing at the airlines, because deportations are up now, especially since ICE agents are cracking down at the airports. So all of these comfortable rides back to this city and that one, y'all might want to take the bus, because there, TSA is down with ICE. Who else is down with ICE? Let's see. Let's see what's going on with this situation right now. You guys check this out.
ICE agents are ramping up arrests at some of our nation's airports, working with the TSA to crack down on travelers at check-in counters and even at the gates. CBS immigration correspondent Camila Montoya Galvez has been following this for weeks.
Scenes like these have become increasingly common at airports across the country. ICE agents, often in civilian clothing, detaining immigrants near gates and check-in counters, prompting bystanders to film the arrest.
You're allowed to record their faces. You're allowed to record them.
Alicia Dansker filmed her friend Chantal Morales Rojas getting detained by ICE agents in Denver after an officer had questioned her immigration status as she waited for her flight. Why did you feel the need to film?
I had a warning that something might happen, and I asked my friend who's a lawyer, like, what is it I can do to be helpful? She said, you can't interfere, but you can video and you can make a lot of noise.
Help! Help!
She told us her friend Morales Rojas, an immigrant from Ecuador, came to the U.S. legally as an au pair and had applied to renew her status. DHS says her status had lapsed.
The government has known at every moment where she is. She has a work permit. Why is the government telling her she can live and work here while the case processes and then also abducting her at an airport?
Agency sources tell CBS News the detentions come amid increased collaboration between TSA and ICE.
Told you there's a collaboration going on now, you guys. TSA and ICE are working in conjunction.
In a statement, DHS said it is targeting people it alleges are in the U.S. illegally and making sure they can no longer fly unless it is to self-deport. But immigration attorney Gazan Shamia says the arrests are causing panic among legal immigrants too.
My advice and the advice of immigration attorneys and advocates has been for the past 2 weeks, do not travel domestically via plane, regardless of what your status is. Even people with legitimate status, with work visas that are valid, are being detained.
What you mean probably, Dustin? Yeah, and I'm hoping that doesn't be the same replicative situation in 2029 here, because it could be.
Shamia told us that 5 of his clients have been detained by ICE at airports across the country in just the past 2 weeks. ICE sources tell us that the White House is demanding 2,000 daily arrests, and they tell us that detaining unsuspecting immigrants in secure locations like airports is, quote, one easy way to try to get to that quota.
2,000 a day is what they're going for. They're trying to make that quota, and everybody out there in different places in states like Florida, Miami, you got a lot of advocates that are out there telling people, if you don't have to travel, don't travel. If you can stay home, stay home. Also in many different places, like let's go over to Ohio, where we got to worry about the ICE agents as well as Homeland Security when it comes down to what? TPS. Temporary protective status, because that went out 2 days ago. That's right, it's over for that as well, for Spaniards as well as most Haitians as well. So if they were here on TPS, ICE and immigration are moving people along, and the process is quick. They're trying to get 2,000 people per day. All we want over here is what? And one other thing I gotta say, I forgot to go ahead and get in that prayer for the gentleman from the preceding video. The one who had the brain situation where he got hurt. Want to pray for the family as well as the wife. The one that had the road rage fight inside of the parking lot. We want to make sure we pray for him for a speedy recovery, because they did say that he had hemorrhaging and bleeding on the brain. And we try to make sure that we remember things like that and be a part of prayer when it comes down to that. So let's pray for healing and 100% healing, and a great report when it comes back from his doctor when it comes down to brain scans and things of that nature. Amen. Let's keep on going forward. And thanks for the alley-oop. I saw somebody say it. Thanks for the alley-oops. I pay attention to you guys. It's not just me by myself over here. I run this show with you. Can't do it without you. That's why I keep on telling you, not a Democrat or an independent or even a Republican. And no, I'm not a conservative. I'm a human being. I made a platform for everybody like us so we can come to and have our discussions about many different topics. It just started growing, and you guys kept on showing up. And why did I stop? Because I love being here with you guys. So now let's get on over to New York. And if I can make it there, I'll make it bum bum. Anywhere, it's up to you. New York, New York. And I mean that so much. And he meant it too. Frank Sinatra had no idea it would be this rough in New York. And so did not a 79-year-old lady. That's right, you guys, 79 years old. And let's get on up to the Bronx, where Commissioner Tisch says crime is down. Let's go, you guys. We got to get on over here to a thief on a bike that snatches a 79-year-old woman's necklace. That's right. I don't know if this was a tourist who decided to steal. There was another tourist had the nerve to say, this doesn't happen in this neighborhood. I said to myself, boo, you are in Brooklyn, right? You think just because you're in a different part it can't happen? Come on, you guys. That's why I say I ain't messing around with Brooklyn. Even if it's Sheep's Head Bay, they'll find a way.
Police tell us the robbery happened somewhere along the sidewalk here in front of one of these homes. It was in the middle of the day, and they tell us it was over almost as quickly as it started. Take a good look at these photos. Police hope someone recognizes the person riding a bicycle in a white t-shirt. We're told the robbery happened just last Saturday, a little after 11 o'clock in the morning. They say the 79-year-old woman was walking here along East 14th Street when the person on the bike came up from behind, snatched her necklace from around her neck, and rode away. Now, the good news, the woman wasn't hurt.
79 years old. That goes to show you that there is no limit to how they'll go. It used to be no women, no kids. Now it's whoever you can get over on. And to be honest with you guys, I see a lot of these fake psycho guys, most of the ones that act like they crazy, they go after women all the time because they get a fast reaction of defense and they feed off of that. How do I know? Because I've seen it happen before. One guy walking up the street, trying to get a lady scared. So you know what I did while I was behind him? Even louder than him. He turned around. I was like, oh. I was acting all crazy. Because sometimes crazy need to meet crazy. You know what he did? He looked at me like, that nigga crazy, and got up out of there. And then I went to the lady and said, now you have a good day. That's right. Let's go. Let's keep on going.
Hurt, but the person who took off on the bicycle still hasn't been found.
It doesn't look familiar. I mean, it's rare to see a city bike out here.
We spent time out here talking with people who live in the area, reacting.
Very shocking.
We're gonna just let you guys know this. This is called a transplant. You can tell she is nowhere near a New Yorker, so we're not gonna take her advice. This doesn't happen around here. Yes, please.
You know, this has always been a pretty safe neighborhood. I think things have started to change in the last 2 years, but still think it's very surprising and very unfortunate.
And this afternoon, there's still been no arrest. If you recognize the person seen in those images right here, you actually give the police Crime Stoppers hotline a call.
I learned that from my pops. There's a couple of things that I learned from my father. Because sometimes you got to do that. You see what that person say right there? You got to act crazy. Look at that. Look at 55. Yep, you got to act extra crazy. That's right, from the Bronx, survived by that motto, right? You know what I know? My pops was like, man, one day I was walking down the street and I was scared about all these guys that was coming up to me. And I seen that they were like a couple of blocks away. He said he took his pants and rolled it all the way up in one leg and let his sock over his boot and did something crazy with his shirt and started walking like this up the street just to let them leave him alone. He said once he got by them and around the corner, he just straightened himself up. I was like, damn, Daddy, you went through all that? He was like, yeah, it's better than getting beat up. Let's keep on moving forward, you guys. Let's go. I told you guys, my father was the calm one. My mother was the one that gave me the big hands. You see these hands right here? I didn't get them from, I got them from my mama. While all y'all else got a lot of stuff, I got these mittens right here from my mama. And she used to put it on the women. She used to go like this. They'd be like, you know what? I don't think I want to fight with you. That lady used to get it in. That's who I learned how to fight from. Not my dad. My mother taught me how to fight. Let's get on over here, you guys. Let's go. We got to get on over to where a place that never holds out on content for us. That no matter where we look for, we're always going to get something. Let's get on over to Florida, South Florida to be exact. That's right, you guys. We got this cruise situation over here. Oh boy, and I'm so glad that these fools got locked up. Let's do it the right way and send them out of here the right way. Get on the ground. You're under arrest. And no, for this one, don't watch your head. Boom. And I don't care what they're doing when they're in the back of the car, to be honest with you, especially when they get caught for something like this that I can't even mention. Pay attention to what they're going to say. I don't even want to repeat it. Let's go.
Two South Florida men are now in federal custody, accused of having child sex abuse content on their phones. Both men were taken in by officers at the Port of Miami coming off of a Norwegian cruise. Good evening, everyone. Thanks for joining us tonight. I'm Jawan Strader. NBC6's Valerie Ryan joins us live from the Federal Detention Center in downtown Miami tonight with more. Valerie, what can you tell us?
Well, Juwan, that cruise docked last Friday coming from the Bahamas. Now, both men were searched separately by U.S. Custom and Border Protection officers. And I do want to warn you, the things that they allegedly found on each of their phones may be disturbing to hear.
45-year-old Steve Lawson and 40-year-old Michael Simmons, both on the Norwegian getaway cruise with no apparent connection other than what authorities found on their phones. Lawson, a well-known wedding photographer, is charged with possessing and transporting child sexual abuse material. The criminal complaint says Lawson's phone had 14 videos stored in an app, plus an hour-long video showing a compilation of more than 100 underage girls performing sexual acts.
That's why Dustin is saying send them to Jamaica. You get what's going on with that, right? Let that angry mob get to them. I know what you're talking about, Justin. I got you. If that was a form of punishment, I'll be all for it.
Complaint states Lawson admitted to buying the video using cryptocurrency while on the cruise, allegedly because he was, quote, enticed to do so after he observed female minors in bikinis on the cruise. His attorney saying in part, we recognize the serious nature of the charges and are committed to working diligently through the legal process to achieve a fair and just resolution of this case. Meanwhile, federal documents detail a separate case involving Michael Simmons. The complaint says Simmons' phone had videos of underage girls showering between the ages of 9 and 11 who were friends of his daughter. Documents also show that Simmons...
What? They always lie. What do you mean friends of your daughter? And what are they doing on your phone? Stop lying, just right to the throat. Shut the hell up, stop lying. They always have these crazy, sick excuses for why they do stuff.
Admitted to recording the videos himself back in 2014. He is now facing production of child sexual abuse material, and we're still waiting to hear back from his...
Yeah, because now if you're going to see if that's your daughter friend, then you must have did something again, did that while she was around visiting or something. I'm glad you told on yourself.
Attorney.
Now, we did go to Lawson and Simmons' homes. Neither of the families wanted to make a comment. Again, those two suspects are here in federal custody, and their arraignments are set for August 10th. We're live in downtown Miami tonight. Valerie Ryan, NBC6 News.
All right.
And this one here, no laughter, no joy, nothing good about it. I don't like that at all. That was terrible. That was terrible right there. I don't like stuff like that. I want to pray for that little girl. And pray for all of the girls that probably affected by these two creeps, because he did not get arrested just for what you guys said, for probably downloading an app. He got arrested for production. That means he was creating this stuff possibly. That's what they're looking into when it comes down to that piece of trash. And Lisa Roy, we heard what you said when you said reroute the boat to Jamaica. We know what you're talking about. Now we big on Jamaica right now for some reason, huh? We're going to start using Jamaica as a focal point because they know how to take care of you know who's, right? We're going to pray for the family. I want to pray for the little girl, everyone affected by this that may also have been affected that we're not finding out about. But we're going to follow up with this story as far as we can go. We want to say to everybody affected, we want to give you energy and the strength to get through it, as well as mental strength to get through this, because that's a scar that is very hard for a child to get over. Amen. Let's keep on going, you guys. Let's go. Not laughing about this. I can't do the New York song, and you already know. Like I said, if you can make it here, you can make it any damn where. It's almost like swordsmen fighting out there, gladiator school. Let's go on up to the Bronx, because your own family won't take care of you the right way. I'm talking about a mother and a grandmother who are now charged with murder of a teen with autism. He was starved to death. When he was found, he had sores all over his body, and luckily his twin is in the hospital getting the treatment that he needs. I said starvation, you guys. Y'all heard it. I can't even say it that loud. Let's go.
More questions today after a mother and grandmother were charged in the death of their 16-year-old son and grandson. Could someone have intervened?
The teenager died in March, but his death was just ruled a homicide. The ME saying there was long-term neglect, including starvation. Alice Gaynor reports.
The Jarvis twins, pictured here with their mother in an older photo confirmed by a relative, were nonverbal and autistic, according to police. 16-year-old Adonis died after being rushed to the hospital in March. Police sources say Geneva Jarvis told police and doctors at the time that she had been feeding his brother when she realized Adonis was not breathing. Police then went to the home on East 147th Street near Brook Avenue and found the other twin in bed, malnourished and dehydrated with bed sores. The boy's mother, 36-year-old Geneva Jarvis, and grandmother, 62-year-old Denise Jarvis, were arrested and charged with murder. Both pleaded not guilty, with attorneys for Geneva noting she has no prior criminal history. The door to their third-floor apartment was open when our crew got there. They noted a strong odor coming from inside. Neighbors told us the boys used to go to school, but prosecutors allege since at least January.
How are you living there? How is somebody living there with children? How are they moving around?
The boys remained in separate rooms covered
You see this?
in flies and their own feces. The defendants, they say, left these children to rot and starve, telling a judge they used to be able to walk, but became unable to, laying in the same position for months. We reached out to the Department of Education to ask about whether the twins were enrolled or not, among other questions. The DOE says it can't comment on specifics, but says New York City Public Schools made extensive efforts to engage and support the family. Quote, "The loss of this young person is heartbreaking, and we grieve this tremendous loss along with their community. Our thoughts remain with those grieving." One neighbor told us she hadn't seen the twins in some time, but didn't know anything was seriously wrong. The super, who did not want to show his face, said the same.
It was bad because, I mean, we should have seen it, but like they closed doors, they never came out, nothing. And they was quiet, no noise, no nothing.
A relative also spoke with us off camera. He says he's angry and claims he had no idea what was going on. He says the last time he saw the twins was in December. In the Mott Haven section of the Bronx, Alice Gaynor, CBS News, New York.
I think they need to be sent to Jamaica too, huh? I know what you got. Yeah, man. Hey, they wrong for what they did. They should never do anything like that, especially your kid, your own children. That's a terrible situation right there, you guys. I want to pray for the loss of the tragedy of the one twin. I want to pray for the strength for the other twin to pull through. As you guys heard, he is in the hospital right now, and I guess they got him. They're feeding him and making sure that he gets his weight up, because they did say that their weight was like, I'm talking about like 95 or 85 pounds or something like that. Totally the underweight for a child of that size. Also want to, hopefully they get the right type of, he gets the right type of nutrition and gets able to move on with his life in some sort of balanced way, because we already know that they said that he was autistic, so he's probably going to have to go to some sort of home or some sort of place that's going to be able to take care of him. We ask that the Lord take care of this situation in the best way that he see fit, and we believe and we trust in you, Lord. Amen. That's a hard one right there. Your own mother and grandmother. And you know that they was getting money for them, right? They were getting money from them, for them. They were getting free rent. Either one of them was working or doing anything. There's no way in the world that that apartment should look like that. And why didn't ACS get involved years ago? There was nobody going there to check on them. They're supposed to have tutors. If they were getting like homeschooled or something, I understand that they had imbalances, but what about special ed? Just keep on going, you guys. I will keep on looking into this story. She was probably collecting the Social Security checks, Mark, right? You know about that. She was getting money for both of them. She was getting money for both of those children, both of them. Let's keep on going, you guys. Let's go. Let's get on over to Atlanta, where a different type of motion was going on in the back of the bus. You guys heard about that before, the back of the bus. Let's get on to let's go back to the back of the bus on this situation right here. Because these two right here, I guess they just couldn't get enough of themselves. They were just in love, exciting and new. They were in love with each other, huh? Talking about these bus drivers. Had the nerve to be telling everybody else. And you know what happens when you find a hater. I had many people do that to me before. Hey, fellas, you ever have a girl and the next thing you know, one of your boys, you think he your boy, he go try to hit on her? Or ladies, you ever have a man and the next thing you know, your homegirl is all flirty around her? You know what I'm talking about, right? So, you got to let them know. That's mine right there. Don't mess around, you know? So I guess they felt like they needed to let the people know that they were together. But you know what? I don't think it was a good idea, especially not when you're a bus driver and you're doing it on the bus, in the parking lot, at the church. Y'all supposed to be picking up kids at school. What y'all doing this? What's this about? Come on now, let's get on over. Come on, let's get on over to Atlanta, because we got these bus drivers, these two school bus drivers that they admit to, let's get it on. Oh, baby, let's get it on. In the parking lot, let's love, baby. Let's get it on.
Channel 2 Action News investigates why a Gwinnett County school bus driver is still employed after admitting he had sex while he was on the clock and on a county school bus.
Call that a nooner.
Channel 2 Action News obtained court documents detailing the encounters. Channel 2 investigative reporter Ashley Lincoln is live now in Gwinnett County. So Ashley, in some cases this happened on church property.
George, I spoke with several.
Somebody said, "And in the Lord's parking lot." Look at Audrey. In the Lord's parking lot. That's the wrong bus right there. That's not the Ang bus, right?
Gwinnett County school bus drivers who said this was widely known amongst drivers about these sexual encounters. They tell me these two drivers admitted to them that they would sometimes come to this church parking lot, pull their buses over, and have sex.
Let's get it on.
They both admitted it. Gwinnett County bus drivers who asked not to be identified told me they were aware two of their colleagues were having sex on county school buses during work hours.
Grew up in
Cold evidence was provided to the county. Emails provided by sources show the district knew about the allegations and conducted an investigation. We also found transcripts from domestic court proceedings where the male bus driver acknowledged the sexual relationship. It felt so repulsive. I was sick to my stomach to hear that. The man also testified that
Why? Because you wasn't getting none?
everyone involved worked as Gwinnett County school bus drivers. When asked by an attorney, some of the sexual acts actually took place at the workplace on the bus, correct? He answered, yes. We see kids eating on the bus. We see kids touching. Now things are being transmitted to these kids, potentially. Channel 2 also obtained an audio recording of the female driver who indicated the pair met during their shifts in this church parking lot on Gravel Springs Road. He'll hang his coat up on his mirror so it blocks the view of the camera.
Oh man, don't put no black light in there, you guys. Y'all might have to get new seats and everything, clean everything in there. Turn the lights off and put the black light on that bus, Lord knows.
Between the buses so people wouldn't see them because they knew there was cameras on the bus. On Thursday, the district said in a statement, there was an investigation in 2025, but no evidence was found to substantiate the claims. The district went on to say, additional information has been brought to the district's attention, and the investigation has been reopened. I called both drivers. The Google subscriber you have called is not available. The man did not respond. Do you work for Gwinnett County Schools? The woman did respond, but denied having a sexual relationship. I'm not sure what he made in court. I wasn't there. It's disheartening that everything was just swept under the rug. And we found both drivers are currently still employed by the district. Reporting live tonight in Gwinnett County, I'm Ashley Lincoln for Channel 2 Action News.
The wheels on the bus go round and round, round and round, round and round. The wheels on the bus go round and round. But what happens when they stop? That parking lot was, this parking lot's rumping. It's really jumping. This bus is really jumping. Let's go, you guys. Let's go. Let me double tap that screen and get those likes up. I am trying to stop crying because I thought I was funny. But oh my God, I told y'all I ain't got nothing on y'all in the comments. Y'all be wondering why I be laughing so hard. Yes, sometimes I come with a good one here and there. But man, I got to be the subject of reading all that stuff that you guys are putting up there. And it's hard to keep a dry eye when it comes down to some of these topics. You guys, let's go. Let's try to get those likes up. They missing out today. They don't know what we got going on over here. This Our Bottom Line episode is banging. Let's double tap that screen and get those likes up because I'm about to send out some decals as well as keychains. I got 6 of these keychains that's coming out and 6 decals. Let's try to get it up to 300 today because you guys definitely earned it, especially the comedians that's in the chat today. 6 keychains and 6 decals. And all you got to do is get those numbers up to 300, you guys. You see those 3 little dots right there? Hit that on the phone. Bring those likes down and let's get those likes up. And guess what? We're right there. We're right there from 74,000 subscribers. Like 130 people, y'all. Let's get those subscribers up. Get that 74 mark. Let's plant that flag. Let's keep on moving forward, you guys, because they're calling this a failed parent. Failed as a parent. Talking about the parents of Colin Gray. He's the one that decided to give his child a weapon and didn't put a lock on it. And the child, I guess, got angry and used that weapon. That's a big decision, you parents. They're not doing it like they used to. They're holding the parents responsible for what the children are doing. In this case, I think that they're correct, especially if the dad bought him the weapon and did not properly secure it. Let's get into this situation coming in from Georgia, you guys. Let's go.
It's 15 years behind bars for the father of a notorious teenage school shooter.
It is clear you failed as a parent.
And the Senate sends a warning to parents everywhere. You can be held accountable for the criminal actions of your son or daughter. Colin Gray gave his son Colt an assault rifle for Christmas, which he later used to shoot 2 classmates.
You did what? For what? Yeah, let's go back real quick. Make sure that we're not making a mistake on what they said he did.
Rifle for Christmas, which he later used.
No. A little further back. Let him say it.
Criminal actions of your son or daughter. Colin Gray gave his son Colt an assault rifle for Christmas, which he later used to shoot 2 classmates and 2 teachers.
You failed to do the simplest things to prevent this. You had gun locks, and you didn't use them.
It's an historic moment. Gray is the first parent in the state of Georgia to be charged, convicted, and sentenced in connection to a mass shooting tied to their child. Today, at his sentencing, the mother of victim Mason Skirmerhorn expressed anger at the father.
Mr. Gray should not only live with what his son did, he should also live every single day with what he failed to do.
We spoke to Judge Dan Mentzer of TV's Hot Bench.
They chose not to get psychiatric help for their child, but rather buy them a loaded gun and give them unrestricted access to the gun.
Okay, real quick before it's all over, you know how we do it over here, you guys. We want to definitely show nothing but respect and love to the lost people that lost their lives in this tragedy. We want to pray for healing and constant love and constant coverage for these people that lost their family members. I'd like to pray for the victims definitely in this situation as well. As anybody was feeling any sort of way when it comes down to the children, they lost their family members, there's teachers that are now not longer there. This affects the entire school and it affects the entire administration. I want to pray for everybody that's mentally as well as physically affected by this. Amen. Let's keep going, you guys. Let's go.
Teachers.
You failed to do the simplest
Psychiatric help for their child, but rather buy them a loaded gun and give them unrestricted access to the gun.
In 2021, the parents of school shooter Ethan Crumbley, who killed 4 students in Michigan, were each sentenced to 10 to 15 years in prison for ignoring their son's declining mental health and giving him a gun. Now this.
Oh, and they got 15 for 4 lives that's no longer here. They got 15 years for that, you guys. Yeah, for four lives that's no longer here. You might as well call them accessories. They lucky that that's all they got. That's right, you guys. And we're trying to get you them decals and those keychains. And if you have not subscribed, what are you waiting for? We're on our way. 74,000. Let's do it. Let's get on over to Philadelphia. We got wheel thefts. That's right, you guys. They back on that again. Remember in the Bronx, Lisa, back in the days, their thing was leaving it all on the center blocks? You guys remember that? They would steal your tires and your rims. And next thing you know, you come out the next morning and your car is on center blocks. Or they would steal your side mirrors. They get good money from that. They would go to a couple of the used spots up there and sell them right to somebody local. You'll mess around and ride around looking for a mirror, and you might go to one of those auto body spots and find your own mirror that they just stole from you. Then they had another trick that was going on over there on Intervale Avenue. That was not far from Jerome. You know what they used to do? They used to pay people to flatten people's tires, because a couple of blocks up, what was it? New tire shop in the fix-a-flat spot. Don't think that we don't know about all of this stuff that's going on. That's why we know about these situations here. Let's get on over to Philadelphia, see what they up to.
Now at 5, new video shows brazen thieves in action in Northeast Philadelphia. You can see just how quickly they managed to steal all 4 wheels from a parked Honda Accord here along East Roosevelt Boulevard. Police say this is one of hundreds of similar thefts happening across the city.
Now, you know they bums when they put your joint on a milk crate. They can't even find the center block, and they don't even care. They just leave it on a milk crate. And you know that's going to come crashing down or something crazy, because a milk crate can't hold up no damn car. Craziness.
Thursday night, Rick is off. Ray Hall is joining us. The big story on Action News is the search for thieves.
That's when you come up right behind them, right? See how you bending over, taking out that tire, and you catch him right in the Sizzak. Boom! Right there. Whoo! And make sure you get the speed bag now. Make sure you get the speed bag, because he's gonna be down for a while. Yeah. You need to get caught right in the process.
Thieves who targeted this Honda.
Yeah, take a look at the video right here behind us. It actually shows what appears to be two men managing to steal all four wheels and leave that car on blocks, as you see right here. It happened in under 10 minutes. Action News' John Paul live for us in Northeast Philadelphia. John, you actually spoke with the owner of that targeted car.
And then I see you saying about the catalytic converters. That's what they're doing right now. They're going crazy over those converters.
I did. Grace Shari, she was just stunned when she came out and saw her car like that. We talked to police about this. They say this is happening hundreds of times throughout the city, but mostly near Center City. But
Luigi said, I found my car on the ground on the rotors. And that's even worse because the rotors get damaged. That's even more money. Brakes and everything. Axle damage. Crazy, y'all. Crazy.
one here in Northeast Philadelphia
Zion, what's up?
has perfect video to go along with it.
I'm angry, but I also felt like invaded by...
What's going on, Zion? Welcome to the Bottom Line Gym Gloves. Zion got her gloves up, you guys. Y'all want to go ahead and get y'all gloves up now? It's the first of the month. Go ahead and get your gloves up right now. Also, go ahead and subscribe if you have not. We're already almost, we're trying to get to 74,000 subscribers. I think we can do it today.
Violated.
Jadea Baxter wants answers after she woke up to find her Honda Accord like this. No wheels, sitting on a crate in front of her apartment in Northeast Philadelphia.
When you see it parked right here, what do you think?
I didn't know what to think. I didn't know how to feel. I'm like, this never happened to me before.
But where she parked is helping police tonight because there was a camera that captured the whole thing. Crystal clear video shows two masked men pull up in a stolen Dodge Durango and go right to work. You see them start taking off the lug nuts, then jack up her car and grab the tires. Watch the clock in the corner of the screen. From the time they started to the time they loaded all four tires into their vehicle, it only took 7 minutes, which is actually a long time for this kind of crime because this nursing student took precautions.
Then they realized, oh my gosh, there's wheel locks on the tire. So then when they realized that...
You had wheel locks?
I had wheel locks on the tires.
It did slow them down, but didn't stop them. The two broke into the car and grabbed the key from the glove box so they could get the tires off. We've learned this has happened 268 times in the city so far this year.
We believe.
Hey, you guys, y'all know not to leave them wheel keys inside of there now, right? So we learned something just now. What did we learn? Do not leave them in there. Don't leave them wheel locks in there. And if you're looking at this, you're looking at a Mom dame, na is a supercat, na na use a dam dame, na is a supercat, na na use a dam dame, na is a supercat, na na use a dam dame, dame. Yeah, you guys, they're really angry with this one here. And I'm talking about the supermarket owners, the bodegas on the corner. Wait a minute, you guys voted him in, right? You're so happy Mom Dami's gonna do so much. He's gonna give us money. He's gonna give us free rent. He's gonna, wait a minute, what? He's gonna open up these free supermarkets. So what's gonna happen with the bodegas? Guess what, you guys? Now, there seems like they bit off more than they can chew. Now they're wondering, when they open up these stores, what's going to happen to the bodegas? So they're pushing back, you guys. The bodega owners are now coming together. Immigrant groups are now suing New York City over city-run grocery stores. Let's go, you guys. Let's get it. Let's go.
Donnie's plan for city-run grocery stores is hitting another roadblock. The Multicultural Business Coalition is now suing to stop the plan.
Once a month, our 5 city-run grocery stores will set prices for this core set of goods at 30% below typical retail prices.
So they're shutting it down for the competition, you guys. It's going to be lines out the door in their supermarkets and their places. What about the bodegas?
No exceptions, no gimmicks. The savings will last for the entire month.
The Multicultural Business Coalition says taxpayer-funded grocery stores will threaten the survival of local mom-and-pop stores.
I can't see you guys that good without gloves. You look better with a glove, by the way.
New York's iconic bodegas. For more, let's bring in the chairman of the coalition, Frank Garcia. Frank, thanks for joining us.
Thank you for having me, and it's an honor to
with you. You're like the small business guru. You defend more small business than I have.
Well, I
so
woke
the
up this
passion I
morning.
have, I get it from you.
That's right. Thank you. I woke up this morning and Dagan and I were talking about it. What gave you guys the
Yes, he does have to go.
courage and the gumption to do this? How are you funding it and what happens next?
So before that, I want to say something that happened to me yesterday that I would like to bring up.
Great.
I was at the Dominican Chamber that I represent, and Jeffrey Garcia, head of nightlife, and David Correa, head of small business services that's supposed to have being help us. They were bullying me not to speak to the commissioner of small business. And I even have a videotape where one of them was yelling and screaming at me, saying, "You're threatening to sue us." I'm not suing you, I'm suing the city.
Shout out to Guy and Elsa, members for 3 months. Thank you for your support. Thank you so much, you guys.
And we want to sit down with the mayor, but they did not want to sit with us. So what we're doing is legally sending a letter. If they don't, in 3 weeks, we're going to have to file. We've tried everything to sit down with the mayor, and it has not happened. This lawsuit will not, I want to be very clear, it will not bring in the bodegas, because the bodegas are not the ones that are at risk right now. It is the supermarkets. Okay. They're the ones, and you know, you've...
Seatown, Bravo, all of those supermarkets. Let's correct that. Not the bodegas, the supermarkets.
Helped a lot of supermarkets. You've done a lot for small business. You know the margins are 3%. To have 30% and fund it and use the money, also what they're doing is illegal because they didn't do a study to see how the impact study. And that was a big mistake. They're already sending out bids when you don't even know how that's going to impact the community.
And they got city money to play with now. It ain't like they got a little bit of money. Now when a supplier, like a manufacturer for lettuce or tomatoes or something, they're gonna be like, wait a minute, let's do that deal with that city company because you know that they got that money. And those other corporations, they're gonna have to take second dibs. They worried about stuff like that. So another thing that we think may be good, this may be actually a good thing. You know why? Because I do think that there was a lot of price gouging going on. And I'm gonna be honest with you guys. I don't believe in that 16% whatever markup. I don't think that is right. I think that food and the crap that they feeding us anyway, it's already too expensive. So if the trick is now to try to raise the prices on food that's already expensive, a lot of them are going to go out of business if they can't afford to hackle back and forth. Well, you got, that's not city money, that's your money. That's right, it's our taxpayer money. Good observation. 3% is a supermarket standard. They can't mark it up more than that on certain items. I like the way you said certain items, 55, because I don't believe that all of the items are fair. I wonder if there's any irregularities in his election. I'm trying to put myself in New York. I'm trying to put myself in a New Yorker's what? I don't even think you should do anything. Don't even go into New York or state of mind right now. But we got to keep on forward because we're not going to stay in New York. We got to go right across the bridge real quick because I want you guys to see what's on the way here. Have you guys ever seen that guy that acts like a shrub and he waits for people to walk by and he jumps out and he scares everybody? I love that one right there. I like that guy. He scares a lot of people and he gets a lot of good content. Probably almost got punched a couple of times, but he definitely gets a lot of content. He stands there and acts like he's in the pot of, he's a plant, and next thing you know when you walk by, and you're like, oh my God, I didn't even know that was a man. Yep, guess what, you guys? There's somebody else that adapted this style too. And they got pretty smart about it, and it worked. They got a whole bunch of people, a lot of tickets for distraction. So if you're a distracted driver in New Jersey and you're not paying attention, that's not a good way to go, you guys. I'm gonna tell you right now, because they're out there watching, and you never know what they may be dressed as. They may be dressed as a shrub. Let's get on over here to see this Jersey police officer catch about 70 people dressed as a shrub.
Police officers are on patrol. It's often pretty obvious to drivers when they see the telltale white and blue vehicle on the side of the road. So a Middlesex County Police Department is getting very creative to catch distracted drivers. Take a look at this. An officer in Dunellen, oh my gosh, was out in the streets disguised as a shrub, holding binoculars. One officer also wore a shirt that said, "Not a cop."
His shirt says, "Not a cop." But watch how many people they caught.
They're trying to catch drivers on their phones. Police say they handed out 74 citations in 6 hours.
Okay, if I wasn't distracted before.
That's hilarious. hilarious. Oh my God. Completely distracted. That is so funny.
Okay.
I really like it.
Were we just talking about Bigfoot? Yeah, that's where he is. That's
That might be the sighting that I'm talking about. Exactly.
74 citations dressed as shrub. He probably made his whole quota just by doing that, you guys. Be careful out there. You never know when you're going to get a ticket, you guys. Pay attention and always have your hands on the road. It looks like a sniper, right? Dressed like a sniper, right? I like that, Vincenta. Because guess what? No, actually, they sell that outfit. They sell that at for Halloween outfit, believe it or not. That's what's the name of the company? I think it's called Cookie. I forgot the name of the company that makes it, but there's definitely a company that makes those outfits, and you guys can go buy them for your next Halloween outfit and be the shrub or scare people, whatever you want to do. Might have some fun with it. Miss Swan just says someone forgot to hit that like button, you guys. Was it you? Double check right now and then double tap because we appreciate you. Not only that, guess what? Let's go ahead and get them some subscriptions up. You know why? Because we're on our way to 74,000 subscribers. And I think we can do it today. Also, you guys, last but not least, you're going to be receiving 6 of these Our Bottom Line keychains and 6 of these Our Bottom Line decals. Show is not over, but you guys got to make sure that we get up to 300 to get the free merch, unless you want to go grab some from right up under me. But if you want to grab this from me, all you got to do is get those likes up right now, and we'll make sure that we get them sent out. And now, how are you going to get it? You're going to send an email to me at bridgethisllc@gmail.com. And where are we at right now? Because you guys stuck in there. Whoever got to go, see you later. But guess what? This is the most exciting part of our show, and it's called the Health and Wellness section. One of my favorite sections, you guys. I got to ask you guys a question this morning. What happens when you quit eating sugar? I got to ask you a question now. What happens? Do you all of a sudden get these crazy cravings? Do you get headaches? Do you get thirsty? I don't know. What do you guys think? What would happen if you automatically started cutting out sugar? Would you get stronger? Is it good for your immune system? Would you start to see your insulin levels go down and be able to manage much better? Let me know. Has anyone here ever tried it? I got a question for you because guess what? I was addicted to it for years. It was like Krill's knack. I'm talking about, I was like Hunter. I can feel it Biden out here when it came down to the sugar. You guys know what I'm talking about. I don't know if you want to be honest, but I was one of those guys that used to say, let me get a small coffee with 4 sugars and a half and half. And next thing you know, the coffee was like this big at a 10 ounce or something like that, 8 ounce. And the sugar would be up to here. And at the end of it would just be all sugar at the end. You guys know what I'm talking about. If you're that bad, I was that bad in the past. So that's why I'm calling myself out now, because I'm not like that anymore. And I'm proud of it. But what would have happened at that time if I would have starved myself from sugar and wouldn't have been taking it in anymore? What if my body would have been doing? How would it have been reacting? You guys, headaches, all sorts of different feelings because you're not getting the dopamine that you were getting before. But you know what? Let's do it in a graphic, you guys. Let's do it in a graphic for the health and wellness section right now, and let's break it down like this. What happens to your body when you stop eating sugar? I could tell you one thing. I feel fantastic right now. Do you actually happen to know why? I'm going to tell you why. And this is the sugar that I supplemented for right now. Hopefully we get a good selection because I haven't had it pulled up. But this is what I use now. This is the sugar that I use now. My mom was a diabetic, so I chose not to use sugar anymore because she's no longer here with us because of things like this. So I want you guys to see this real quick. This is the basic, is what I use now. Any type of monk fruit sugar, that's what I would recommend that you guys use because it's much better and it's better for you. And it's like there's no calories, all sorts of different health benefits when it comes down to it. Let me try to get over to the shopping. But yeah, this is monk fruit sugar. Sometimes you might see it in a different form where it may be the brown version, like this one right here, which is like in the raw. This is the one that I actually get too. Monk fruit sugar, monk fruit in the raw. And it has a lot of benefits, like I told you guys. So I cut out the other sugars. It's a little more expensive, I gotta be honest with you, but you use less of it. You use less of it. This is the one I use instead. So yeah, before you guys we start talking about complaints about sugar, let's try to find some remedies as well. So if you guys want to try an alternative, monk fruit sugar is a fantastic choice. Let's go.
What happens when you stop sugar for 30 days? Your body goes through a real, measurable transformation. Here is exactly what happens, week by week. Days 1 to 3, blood sugar and insulin start to stabilize. For many people, this brings the first noticeable drop in constant cravings and hunger. Days 3 to 5 often bring real withdrawal symptoms. Headache.
So don't think that you're not going to go through withdrawal, but I like the way that the body starts to balance out. And you guys, I love when we find out great things about what's going on and we start to realize the symptoms. So let's say if we do decide to start shutting down sugar, we will now understand what the symptoms may come along with it. So now we're preemptively preparing ourselves. Let's go again. Let's go.
Every night What happens when you stop sugar for 30 days? Your body goes through a real, measurable transformation. Here is exactly what happens, week by week. Days 1 to 3, blood sugar and insulin start to stabilize. For many people, this brings the first noticeable drop in constant cravings and hunger. Days 3 to 5 often bring real withdrawal symptoms. Headaches, irritability, and fatigue are common for some people, as the brain's reward system adjusts to lower sugar intake. This happens because sugar activates the brain's dopamine reward pathway. Reducing added sugar can temporarily change reward signaling while your brain adapts. By the end of week 1, insulin sensitivity may begin improving.
I love this. Insulin sensitivity will begin improving. That's because you're not making the insulin overwork because of how much extra sugar you're taking in. No more half and half and the whole four sugars. Yeah, no more of that. Shut it down moderately.
Especially in people previously consuming a lot of added sugar. Your cells start responding more efficiently to insulin, helping regulate blood sugar. Week 2 often brings steadier energy.
Thank you.
Without frequent sugar spikes and crashes, many people report fewer afternoon slumps and more consistent focus.
Fewer afternoon slumps. We talked about that again. And I love when certain things overlap and intertwine. And I'm going to try to bring them up as many times as possible because we talked about this in the health and wellness section when the doctor was telling us what foods to eat and what bad foods actually do to us. Because sometimes if you don't have a good breakfast at 10 o'clock or 11 o'clock right before lunch, you crash. Because you're eating what? Those Dunkin' Donuts drinks or whatever like that, a couple of kicks, a little bit of crap or whatever. And before it's even lunchtime, you guys wind up very hungry because your breakfast is not satiating and it's not satisfying you. And in the morning, what we can have, believe it or not, how about have a little bit of yesterday's dinner or something light just so that you can have something on your stomach. And you may want to have something like a light salad, green salmon or something like that because the first meal of the day is very important. You don't want to fill up on sugars and crap like that in the morning because you can wind up crashing. That's what happens when you take a lot of sugar. Let's keep going.
Inflammation markers may also begin improving around this stage. Diets high in added sugar have been linked to increased inflammation, and reducing added sugar can help
joints, body parts, my wrists, mad different parts of your body. Sugar actually assists in inflammation. And around here, we stay away from the I word, inflammation, and the C word, whether it's carcinogen or cancer. Let's keep on.
Help lower that burden. Around weeks 2 to 3, some people notice better sleep. More stable blood sugar may help reduce nighttime fluctuations that can.
What's good about better sleep, especially after the 3-hour window, because after the 3 hours is when we get into that deep sleep point when the body does what? It recovers, it restores, and it regenerates. So anything that promotes better sleep is good for us and deeper sleep. Let's go.
Interfere with restful sleep. Skin may begin showing visible improvements by weeks 3 to 4. Less added sugar can reduce glycation, the process where excess sugar damages collagen and contributes to skin aging.
That's where the wrinkles start coming in. When I was young, I'm like, yo, I could break nights, son. I'm staying up all night. Wake up the next day, you still good. You keep on trying to do that after your college years and stuff like that. You can't do that. Your body gonna be like, what? And you're gonna really feel it. So guess what? When you try to stay up late, a lot of people do it for work. A lot of people do it because they may have to. But when you're doing it just to stay up, to watch TV or whatever, that's not really a good excuse, because your body needs rest. You see how I'm starting to get the good rest? Before I was all cracked out and all my skin was looking all crazy, I see it in the mirror now, is why I'm telling you guys this. I get a lot of this information for myself, and I say, you know what? They'll like to hear this. They'll like to know about it. So why not share it? The whole channel is built up on that. They might want to hear this. They might want to hear that. That's why we're at 29 clips now. So anything that's going to make us better, let's share with each other, you guys. And remember, I don't just do this by myself. You guys can send these same clips in if you go on YouTube to bridgethisllc@gmail.com, and I will study your clip and actually cover it so everybody can see it. Let's go.
Your gut microbiome shifts too. Reducing added sugar while eating more fiber can support a healthier balance of gut bacteria over time.
Fiber satiates, it gets rid of hunger. You think a Snickers satisfies, that's what what fiber's job is to do. It's to satisfy and to satiate, to fill you up so that you can make it to that next course of the meal.
By day 30, many people notice steadier energy, fewer sugar cravings, better sleep, and other improvements. Some may also see improvements in cholesterol, skin, and metabolic markers. Follow body protocols. Sugar can gradually reshape your brain and body over years. For many people, 30 days of reducing its sugar is enough to experience meaningful changes and build healthier habits. What happens when you stop sugar for 30 days?
That was what we just covered. What happens when you stop sugar for 30 days? I challenge anybody in here. And I'm not going to challenge you and just say cut it out cold turkey. Try that monk sugar. You're going to be like, whoa, this is not that bad. In the beginning, I was like, oh, it's a little grainy. After a while, I got used to it. And I see people in here that actually already use the monk sugar, because when we talked about it on Discord, there were people that were talking about baking with it and how it's not good for baking. So there are other things that we may need to use and move around with, different things, maybe get the ground finer versions. But you know what we know what's good, you guys? Knowing, because when I was young, all I could do was watch these processes take over my family as I lost each and every one of them. I lost my uncle to diabetes. I lost my oldest uncle to diabetes. I lost my cousins to diabetes. Then I lost my mom to diabetes. And then before I lost her, I said, you know what? I got to cut this damn cycle out. Another reason why I'm so serious about our blood flow, our immune systems, as well as our circulatory system. Be careful about your inflammation, and that sugar is no good for us, you guys. Trust me. I lost my mom messing around with that crap. Let's keep on going, you guys. Let's go. Let's keep on going forward, because this is what happens if you stop eating sugar for 30 days. Again, what happens if you stop eating sugar for 30 days? Our Discord is the same name, Our Bottom Line. Hit that link right there in what I said down there, that link right there. Happy Friday to all HOBLs. The invite is right there on my pinned message to go right to the Discord. And this clip will be there later as well. And this is, again, what happens if you stop eating sugar for 30 days. We always do an intro like this to the health and wellness section, but I always make sure I bring you guys some meat on the bone. Don't know if you guys noticed it, but I try to give you at least 15 minutes of good, strong health and wellness to combat with everything else. I just think it's necessary. That wasn't 15. We're going to keep on going. It's time to bring in the doctor. We're bringing in the doctor right now. We're talking about Dr. Tracy. It's time to get it in, you guys, because your morning routine is very important, and it's killing your productivity. You guys, you got to you got to break out of the cycle that you're in. I have to break out the cycle that I was in too. When you wake up in the morning, the first thing you do, grab your phone. You're still in the bed, now you're swiping. You already made a mistake. Why? Because you haven't given your cortisol level a chance to come down. You haven't even taken a sip of water that your brain needs in order to operate correctly. That's right. 1 glass of water before you, as soon as you get up, that's the best thing that doctors prescribe. And that's before your coffee. And if you're from Boston, you say coffee. You got to drink that water, and you got to open up those windows. Let's get some of that sunlight in. Let's let your body know that it's the morning time. And if you can't get if you wake up before sunlight, you can do this. I double this as a light box. This is one of the lights that I use for the show. I get up before the sun, but I double with this as my light box. because I use that for my light when I wake up in the morning. So I use that as my light. Why is this important, Boogotti? Because the process of the body, the process of our awakening flow is just like a flower, photosynthesis. Let's adapt to just like a flower wakes up, and that's why it can hold its beauty. That's why it can stand strong through the sun and the rain, because it gave itself the chance to wake up and rise correctly. Let's use a flower as an example. We're gonna move forward right now, you guys. Why are your morning routines killing your productivity? Let's get into it, you guys, and you know who we're working with right now. We're gonna talk to the doctor right now. Now, in the beginning, she got some funky graphics, I can't front. I don't know where she got these graphics from. Maybe she made them herself. But we're gonna give her a pass because it gets better later. This is the doctor right here, Dr. Tracy Marks. Why your morning routine is killing your productivity. We've already got the clearance. They've already given us the okay. And we show nothing but love to Dr. Tracy Marks and showing you guys this clip right here. And I really hope and pray there's a good selection for me, because it's up to me to make sure that you guys get the right content. So I'm hoping that you guys get a lot out of this. So let's go. Why your morning routine is killing your productivity by Dr. Tracy Marks. And this will be inside of the health and wellness section for our Discord.
Have you ever had one of those mornings where everything just feels a little off? You're groggy, you can't focus, and it feels like your brain isn't even online yet? Most of us have. But here's the thing, that mental fog isn't just random. It's often the result of how you start your day. I'm Dr. Tracy Marks, a psychiatrist, and I make mental health education videos to help you strengthen your mind, fortify your brain, and build resilience. And in this video, we're looking at how your morning routine can literally shape the rest of your day, mentally, emotionally, and neurologically. Now, I want to be clear up front. This isn't about becoming a 5 a.m. cold plunge person. And you don't need a 2-hour morning ritual with green juice and journaling under a Himalayan sunrise. What I'm going to share are 5 simple elements of a morning routine.
So you don't got to do a whole bunch of stuff. We're not asking you to do a whole bunch of craziness. It's just basically a good way to wake up. And what I want to know, you guys, while we're watching this, I'm going to be looking at your comments. I want to know if this is making sense, if what she's saying is making sense, or if you identify with the different things that she's talking about here and why she's saying it.
That supports your brain's natural chemistry and helps you operate from your most resilient self. So let's start with why mornings matter so much. Your brain doesn't wake up all at once. There's a natural sequence of events that kicks in.
So when you're doing this and you're trying to wake up and you're taking a while to wake up, yeah, that's what we're talking about. But even when you got your eyes open and you're moving around, your brain is still not fully up. Why? Because you have not activated it the right way. You don't want to activate your brain in the morning by swiping and by getting caught up in the algorithms. That's not what we want to do. We want to control our morning, and then we do all of that later. Let's keep going.
And one of the main drivers of that sequence is cortisol. Cortisol gets a bad rap because it's considered the stress hormone, but it's also your get up and go hormone. Under normal circumstances, your cortisol levels spike within the first 30 to 45 minutes after you wake up. And this is called the cortisol awakening response. It's what helps you feel alert, motivated, and ready to take on your day.
A lot of times, when the deeper the sleep, the longer it takes you to wake up too, because you're still pulling yourself together. And then sometimes when you get up, your body's like, go back to sleep, trying to force you back to sleep. That's the cortisol right there. You're fighting yourself to stay up. That alarm clock, when you hit that alarm clock, but you know you got to get up, that's that cortisol trying to make you go back to sleep.
But here's the catch. That natural rhythm can be disrupted by poor sleep, stress, inconsistent routines, and even checking your phone before you're out of bed. And when your cortisol rhythm is off, you may feel groggy in the morning and wired at night, which is the exact opposite of what your brain needs to be resilient.
It'll take you a long time to catch up because you have not got yourself set. Get yourself set in the morning, and then you go ahead about your day and move. And it's not a whole bunch of exercises. You already saw one. Look out the window. Don't pick up your phone. It's going to be a couple. Let's go. She's going to break it down. Let's go.
So what can you do to work with your brain's natural rhythm? Let me give you 5 science-backed elements of a morning routine that help unlock your best mental state. The first one is light exposure. Your brain needs light to know when it's time to be awake. Sunlight, especially within the first hour of waking, helps suppress melatonin, the hormone that makes you sleepy and reinforces your circadian rhythm. Think of it like flipping on your brain's internal switch. Ideally, go outside for 5 to 10 minutes, but if that's not possible, open the blinds and sit by a window. Even if it's cloudy, outdoor light is far more powerful than indoor bulbs.
And if you can go outside, it's even better. For like 5 minutes, step outside the front of your house and go ahead and grab a little sip of coffee, or I'm sorry, no coffee right there. Or grab a sip of water, because you're supposed to be having that first glass of water before anything. And she's gonna explain that as well. But if you can step outside and come to the front of the house and get some of that air, backyard or whatever, that's right, that's what you do. We're talking about wellness here, for you, for us to have better and longer living here. I don't see no cheats in that. Do it the right way for ourselves.
And if you wake up before the sun comes up, a light therapy box can be a helpful alternative. Second thing, gentle movement. And I'm not talking about a full workout, just moving your body, stretching, walking.
Fake like you know the Tai Chi that we do sometimes. We can actually do some of the stretches that we've learned. Do anything that you can, because now what are you doing? You're activating that dopamine and you're getting your body ready. You know what I'm saying? You're doing it a whole different way. Me, I do a little bit of push-ups, about 300. Yeah, I do, every morning. 300 push-ups. Let's keep on going.
Doing a few yoga poses. These activities boost blood flow to your brain and trigger the release of dopamine and norepinephrine, which improve alertness and focus. Movement also engages your prefrontal cortex, the part of your brain that helps with planning, decision-making, and emotional regulation. In other words, it gives you a head start on focus and calm. Third, mental priming. This is where you decide what kind of mindset you're going to bring into your day.
Oh, you didn't think that you can do that? We talked about this before, and I'm hoping that many people have been watching the show, because you already know the answers to a lot of this, because a lot of the right answers overlap, especially when people are all telling you the right thing to do. When doctors are telling you things, and a lot of doctors are telling you the same thing, we've already received this information right here, what they've explained right here. But now we got another person that's saying it. That's why I love seeing things like this and paying attention to different doctors, because when it overlaps with the information, it kind of gauges itself, and it kind of fortifies your mindset and thinking that, yeah, this must be the way to go about doing it. Let's go, you guys. Mental priming. What I really wanted to say about that is, you can't control what other people are going to do, but you can control how you're going to respond and your goals for that day. That is mental priming. Let's go.
Your brain is especially impressionable right after waking up, so those first thoughts really matter. You can do this through journaling, setting an intention, or just silently repeating a phrase like, "Today I will respond instead of react."
Now you can control that. I will respond instead of react. And the way that we want to do that is what? Take that information in for 3 seconds to 3 minutes, and then we respond. You don't got to make these fast responses and decisions, because most of the time when you take something in, you make a better decision by just sitting with it for a little while, instead of making these fast road rage responses, is what I'm trying to say.
Even a 30-second intention can steer your brain away from chaos and into clarity. To set an intention, you don't have to create a detailed to-do list or put pressure on yourself. Instead, you can choose one primary intention, and this might be focusing on what you can control, approaching challenges with curiosity instead of stress, or simply deciding to respond thoughtfully rather than react impulsively. This practice takes less than a minute, but it shifts your brain from reactive mode to intentional mode.
You ever talk to somebody and every time you talk to them, no matter what, they always hyper and they're talking about something negative or whatever like that, or they're always like on the go or on edge? I have a friend like that, and I actually care about her. And I started looking at this, I'm like, yo, I want to talk to her. I want to talk to her about stuff like this. Because again, I look at it like your motors. These are your motors and your engine right here. You can't overwork your engine. You got to be able to calimate sometimes. And if you could have cut it off, you want to cut it off too. We don't want this cutting off, but sometimes we need a relaxation so that things can heal, so that things can take a nice slow down. Because why? We constantly getting the reward every day off the phones and the dopamine, and everything is trying to be fed to us so fast. They try to give us all these crazy colors to trigger us. We're constantly being triggered. So guess what? We need some calm too, don't you think? Let's go, y'all. Let's get it. I love this episode. Let's go.
So instead of just responding to whatever happens, you have a guiding principle that helps you make better decisions and stay aligned with your values. If you want help with this part, my Essential Tools card deck includes grounding and intention setting cards that are...
Now, we don't do nothing but give her props over here, because you can go to her website and you don't have to go buy the cards. You can actually download the cards from her website. That's right, you can get all of the cards and use them and read them and go over all of this stuff by going right over to Dr. Tracy's website. And you don't have to, you got to pay for it like a download, but you don't have to, send or wait for the cards, just in case you want them.
They're perfect for morning use. You can grab a card, take one breath, and give your brain a direction for the day. Fourth, hydration. Your brain is about 73% water and doesn't store water overnight. Even mild hydration, 1 to 2%, can impair memory, concentration, and mood.
Hold on a minute. I need you guys to hear that one more time, because I know how we are over here. It's better for us to hear things a couple of times so that we can really understand and know why we need to do this first thing in the morning before the coffee.
Fourth, hydration. Your brain is about 73% water and doesn't store water overnight. Even mild hydration, 1 to 2%, can impair memory, concentration, and mood. So before your coffee or breakfast, drink a full glass of water. If plain water doesn't appeal to you, add a splash of lemon or a pinch of sea salt. This one habit alone can help reduce brain fog and stabilize your mood throughout the morning. And finally, one tiny win. This could be as small as making your bed, watering your plants, or writing down your top tasks for the day.
She said one tiny win. That's right, because think about it. When you wake up and you make that bed up, you already got that done. Me, I can't get back in a bed that's not made. I can't even leave my bed unmade all day. That'd drive me crazy. So the first thing I do, and I didn't even know about this before, I get up every single day and I make my bed. Now my room looks like a hospital room, so it's ready for me to go back in there. I like it looking like a hotel. Throw the AC on, so it's always ready. And I'm not a big person on sleeping in the daytime. I don't think that that's productive, unless I'm beat tired and I've earned it. I like to stay up and do my job and do what I gotta do. Let's keep on moving forward, you guys. And let me tell you another thing. Having your bed very comfortable, nice and clean. I don't know if you're like the white sheets kind of guy like me, or you like to have that quilt on there so that that AC is getting that quilt cool. But yeah, make sure that you're sleeping very comfortably and the best comfort that you can get from what you're sleeping on. Sometimes these mattresses are expensive, but guess what? So are cars, and so are you. You deserve to have a good night's sleep every night and a good shower in the morning. So if it's a shower head, it's a mattress, I'm all for it. Spend that dough, because it's about you, your health and wellness. Let's go.
When you complete even one small task, your brain gets a little hit of dopamine, that chemical that signals progress and reward. That burst of dopamine is like a mental ignition.
Thank you.
It creates momentum, and momentum builds motivation. The key here isn't to do all 5 things perfectly every morning. It's to choose 1 or 2 that fit in your life and make them consistent, because consistency is what builds new neural pathways. And that's where we loop back to neuroplasticity, the brain's ability to change and grow based on what you do repeatedly.
Anybody remember anybody talking about neuroplasticity? She talks about it a lot, but you know who else talks about it, right? Dr. Eric Berg, and we talk about it all the time. Neuroplasticity, that's right. That's the brain paths in your brain, and also the growth of the way your brain can actually grow, and different pathways can be created. If you keep on repeating something after a while, it's just like when you're walking in the forest, you guys. First, there's no trail there, but the second day, the trail gets a little impressionable. Now, the third day, the trail gets a little more tighter. After a week or 2, that trail is already in there. That's called a neuropath, because you trained yourself to do that. And that's why we're not trying to tell you to do everything. Do one thing at a time so those neuropaths can grow. Same way, like you're not perfect at doing a certain push-up until you do it after a while. Whatever it is, it takes practice, baby. Come on, practice makes perfect.
When you prime your brain every morning with just a few minutes of structure, light, movement, hydration, or intention, you're actually rewiring the way your brain handles stress and focus. And these 5 practices activate your prefrontal cortex, calm your nervous system, and help restore your natural rhythm. It's not just a feel-good routine, it's a neurological reset that improves your brain's resilience over time. And remember, these are not rigid rules. You don't have to do all 5 in a specific order or for a set amount of time. Think of them as tools. Use the ones that serve you and leave room for flexibility. Let me give you an example of what this can look like in real life. You wake up, and before grabbing for your phone, you take 3 deep breaths. You open the blinds or step outside for 2 minutes of sunlight. While sipping your water, you say one sentence. Today, I will focus on what I can control. That's it. You've already done more for your brain than most people will do all morning. And it doesn't have to be perfect to be powerful.
And after a while, you're going to keep on getting used to that. You're going to start getting used to it. The same way we got used to the bad things in our neural paths, right? It's what you keep on doing. It's a pattern. And it's that impression that we're making. Let's go.
And if you're wondering how to bring the same kind of intentionality to the end of your day, stay tuned for the next video. I'll walk you through a simple evening wind-down process that helps your brain release the day and prepare for deep, restorative rest.
That's right. It's about the time that you're eating. If you want to give yourself 3 hours in order to digest, because you don't want to kick into that time when you're sleeping, and you need that deep sleep for recovery. Also, that's why they tell you to eat at a certain time, like 6 o'clock. A lot of people are like, oh, I can't eat at 6 o'clock. I'll be starving for the rest of the night. We understand that, but 3 hours later is when your body starts to do all of the reprocessing, starts to work on your fat and stuff like that. Your body starts to actually, there's a lot of workout when you go into a deep sleep. And they say that if you eat before you go to bed, it's going to interfere with that deep sleep because your body is still worrying about processing that food. That's why they try to tell you to get a little bit of break, or at least a couple of hours. So now your body's already digested your dinner. When you go down, you have a nice sleep. But before you go to sleep, you want to try to set the mood. You want to turn down the lights in the house. You want to not watch crazy videos that's going to bring up too much energy and make you too stressed out. We're talking about winding down at the evening time. I'm cheating a little bit by giving you guys what she's saying. We've already showed that episode. I'll play it again probably sometime in the future. But the same way you turn up in the morning, you wind down in the evening. This has been the health and wellness section. And you know what? Just for you guys, I think I'm going to do the wind down probably really soon so that we can keep in the same mindset and so that we can remember and have this on cue, on point. Because things like this are only going to do one thing. It's going to help us and be better people. And it's not going to help you with an overall situation with everything. I mean, with one pinpointed situation, but I do feel that this might help overall. So I'm going to reverse that. May not be able to pinpoint one situation, but overall, it will help out when it comes down to your time if you decide to wake up, the time that you decide to process things, and the way that you look at life. Because again, everything is really dopamine. Now that I'm starting to look at this, it's what keeps us engaged. Whether it's a D-rug, whether it's coffee, it's whatever's going to keep us engaged in something that dopamine always gets activated by. So why not find another way to get activated by doing a couple of push-ups, work out a little bit, and let that activate your dopamine in the morning. There you go right there, you guys. 106 likes away from free merch. Let's at least try to get that 6 out the way to try to get us over to at least 200 respectfully, because we are having a fantastic show. And that was the health and wellness section for today's show. And this is Dr. Tracy Ellis right here. I'm sorry, Dr. Tracy Marks, not Tracy Ellis. Tracy Marks. And this is why your morning routine is killing your productivity. And now, since we watched that video, you understand the title much better, why it's killing your productivity. Not to say it in a negative manner, but now to understand how it could help, and changing a few things can help your productivity as a person. And like I said, it's not gonna help you in one area, but it'll help your productivity overall to make you better and more productive. Health and wellness section, you guys. That video is gonna be available in the Discord, and all you gotta do to join the Discord is hit that link right there where it says Happy Friday, all HOBL family members, and I'm gonna let you in on the other side, because that's an invite right there. That's right. All you gotta do is hit that link and be invited over to the Discord for Our Bottom Line, and everybody that's here goes over there as well. Let's keep on moving forward, you guys, because you know how we do over here. It ain't over, especially since we got to show you guys this. Let's go. Let's get into it right now. We got you know how we do it over here. We love the animals, so you know we got to do it the right way. We got a dog that just loves to woo, woo, woo. And she's been wooing her mom ever since she's got rescued. That's right, you guys. You ever have an animal or a time when you feel like you don't have anyone, and then the next thing you know, you find a pet that fills in a lot of blanks? A lot of people here have, you know, we're better with animals than we are with our people. I'll be the first one to tell you, I am better with animals sometimes than I am with people. So, because you can't trust some people. You know why I say I love dogs? Because they ain't got no damn pockets. You got to watch people in your house. You never know what they're going to get sticky with. But dogs, if they're going to take it, it's going to be right in their mouth, and they're going to break it right there. So anytime I like to bring you guys stories, it's about one of our favorite furry friends. Dog spelled backward is God, and that's why I always feel like they've been sent here to protect us. I want to show you guys this video, because sometimes when you meet a friend and you never knew that you needed one, and they step in to help you out, you really appreciate it. And dogs are just that. A lot of times we lose animals, we lose friends, we lose family, but sometimes if you get a dog, it just makes you feel totally different. We got a woman here that was really down and out, lost her dad as well as another dog. Didn't even know that she needed another one until she found the Wooster. This dog loves to woo, especially when he's talking to his mom nonstop. It's a girl, by the way. Let's go. Let's hear this story right here. You guys are gonna love it.
Maisie's wooing was something that made me adopt her. She does it when she's extremely happy or excited. She's so chatty, and we talk all the time.
Ready? Get out, Jim.
And she always has something to say. We have conversations throughout the day. It's hilarious.
What? Are you kidding me?
She was living in a backyard for 3 years in a kennel, just outdoors, neglected. They pretty much ignored her and only brought her out to try and breed her, but she never got pregnant. At that point, they were like, well, she's a waste of money to feed. She's so ugly, nobody's gonna want her. We'll just put her down.
A friend went over to them and was like, don't put her down, we'll take her to a rescue. She got lucky by one person said, don't put her down. I'm gonna try to take her over to a rescue. And I don't think that she ugly, I think she beautiful. How about that?
My girlfriend tagged me in a photo of her because I had just put down my 13-year-old pit bull, and I had also lost my dad, and then the next year my mom. I really believe that she was sent to me from my parents in Kalea. The first day when I brought her home, we went down the driveway and I threw some balls for her, and I mean, she was wooing on the way up, wooing on the way down. She was just so happy. It's like she knew she was home. After being in the backyard for 3 years, she was kind of shell-shocked to be in a house. Everything was so new to her, and she was just kind of like, huh? She just would sit there and chew on stuff, and I'd throw another stuffed animal at her, and it was kind of like, another. I mean, she gave me something that I was needing. I needed something to cheer me up. I needed something to kind of reassure me that I wasn't alone. And this dog, she just came in and brightened everything up. She would kind of sense that I was feeling down, and she'd come over and pretty much smash her face into mine and just start licking me. She just knew how to make everything okay. My big cat motor was just in love with her from the beginning. I have 2 horses of my own, and she was just kind of like, all right, you guys are cool and big. Can we be friends? Take her to feed with the horses, and she's like, yeah, let's go. She thinks it's just the greatest thing ever. It's a total party. She was always trying to kiss noses with the horses and play with them, and she would end up sleeping in the stalls. Maisie is super goofy. She will get the zoomies when we come home and will bolt from the front room into my bedroom. She's got this big bowling ball of a head, and I think that's part of her charm. You know, she's just such a stocky tank of a dog with just these adorable eyes and this face and these little chopped off ears. Everything about her is just like a big stuffed animal. You just want to squeeze her.
Why are you so cute?
That dog is not ugly. That dog beautiful. That's a pretty, what's that? What they call those? That's a blue right there. When they're silver like that, normally they call them like the blues.
Since Maisie has been in my life, she has pretty much transformed it. She brings just this new perspective to everything of just happiness. Everything is fantastic. She makes life just so much brighter, and there's humor to it.
What did you do?
She put up with enough. And just seeing everything through her perspective is just the way that you would want to live. My parents would have gone nuts over her.
One last move. Oh, nice. You so good.
You said one last woo, woo, woo. Come on now, they the perfect combination. Talk about those ain't new sisters right there, right? That was phenomenal. I love dogs, and I know you guys love them too. I love pit bulls. That's my favorite dog. Just like DMX said, I love dogs, but ain't no love like a pit bull. You know what they call them a bully? Because they bully you with love. How about that? They bully you with abundance of love, bully you with companionship, and you ain't going to the bathroom by yourself. You can forget about that. I don't care how it smells. They sitting right there. They don't care if it's number 1 or number 2. They just want to be with you. Shout out to everybody here that got pets, everybody that's taking care of your family and love your animals, because you know how we do around here. We love the animals. Shout out to all of the rescuers, all of the fosters, all of the people out there taking care and rescuing. We love you, and thank you so much for when you do show your wings. I'm talking about all of the people that rescue these animals and that bring them out of distressful situations. Thank you so much, Lord, for sending them. And thank you guys for showing your wings. You know what I'm talking about. Because dog spelled backwards is what? I really think he sent them down here for us, you guys. I'm telling you, that loyalty and the way that they go out for us is undying. You already know what I'm talking about. And guess what, you guys? If you're trying to promote something, get your business out there, get in front of many more people. Guess what? After today, we may be at 74,000 subscribers. So if you want to send your promo over to me at bridgethisllc@gmail.com to get in front of many more people, we'll put it up for you. Just got to make sure it's in a 1080 by 1080 size frame, and we'll make sure that it's up there. Make sure that it's pretty informative and let people know what you're trying to promote as well. And you're going to send it over to me, and it has to be 1080 by 1080 in order to fit in that post notification area. That's the area where you notice like a couple of photos and different things that's going on YouTube. That's right. We share our promo over here. You want to get a promo going on? Send it over here. We'll also put it in the Discord so all of our family can see what you got going on. And you know what's coming up next, right, you guys? Thanks for the cue, Miss Swanza. That's right. The Show Your Talent Search. That's the talent search that we're doing in Manhattan, Bronx, Brooklyn, Queens, and in Staten Island. And if you want to be a part of the talent show, all you got to do is go over to the website, www.drinkbigdrip.com, and see if you'll be able to be a part of the talent show as well. What are we doing? Boom! You can win $250 in those 5 boroughs after we get everybody together. What's going to happen? They're all going to compete for the $1,000 grand prize. That's right, you guys, sponsored by Big Drip Hard Punch. I'll be your host of the event as well as one of the judges, along with my DJ. DJ Don Dada, formerly of Black Ink Crew. We did pretty good last year, made a really good mark. They remembered us, so guess what? We coming back, and with a new distributor by next week. We're gonna let you guys know where those locations are at. And if you wanna be a part of the talent show like Miss Swanza says, you wanna get lit, you gotta drink Big Drip. Going over to the website, www.drinkbigdrip.com. That's 2 G's and 2 P's. 14% alcohol, you guys. That's right. Got to be 21 and older. You can't get it from here. Got to go on over to the website and prove that you're 21 and older. One of the best drinks on the market right now, grape, raspberry, lemon, blended in a punch. And I'm telling you, one of the best that I ever had. And it's also natural grain spirits. So go check it out, you guys, on the website, www.drinkbigdrip.com, and go ahead and pick up a 4-pack. And guess what? We don't leave out of here before we get those prayers in the air. The same way we came in is the same way that we get out of here. We make sure that we pray for all of our family members, all of our co-hosts, all of our friends, as well as our animals and our family. I don't want to put animals before family, so I'll say family and then our animals. And we're going to show nothing but respect and love to every single person out there. I want to thank you guys for coming through for the health and wellness section, trending topics, as well as current events on Our Bottom Line. And we want to pray for respect. We'd like to pray for love. Let's pray for understanding today. And let's pray for safety. I want to pray for you guys' health and good meals in good measure. And you guys get out there and get some sun. I want to make sure that you guys are doing good. Get some of that vitamin D in you today. I want to pray for Miss Swanza and King Fire. Can't forget about Vincenta as well as Jeffrey Spilka. Who else we're praying for? Rebecca Lanyin Bueno chiming in from Grand Rapids, Michigan. Can't forget about Guy and Elsa. Vincenta, thank you so much for the back and forth for the alley-oops. You already know, love it when you're here. G-Man, doing your thing. Thank you. Keep on coming through. Really love alley-ooping and working with you. Yolanda, thank you for becoming a member. Guy and Elsa, you guys are letting me know that I'm doing the work that I need to do, and I really appreciate you guys because I could not do this show without you, Miss Swanza, or G-Man, or King Fire. Teddy Marcel, we're praying for you as well. We always pray for you, Guy and Elsa. Also, Teddy Marcel, even when you're not here. Jelena Talbert, there you go. Eli Fisher, can't forget about you. Who else we got in the building? Jeffrey Spilka, can't forget about a Guy and Elsa. Jelena, wait a minute, can't forget about 55 Coffee House, Lisa Roy. Can't forget about Angels Among Us, Winter Rising, Collective, Sam Champion, also Liberty and Justice. That's right, one of the main mods here, as well as Casey Ramos. Can't forget about Kendra Walker as well, you guys. Who else we got in the building? Snot. Can't forget about who else? Miss Swanza, King Fire. I already got you guys. Angry, I see you, I got you. Got to get angry in there as well. And that's how we're doing it today. But we can't forget, we got to pray for Boogotti NYC, me, and all of you guys, animals out there, all of your family members. Amen. That's right. That's how we're doing it today, you guys. That was Saturday's episode. But you know what tomorrow is, right? It's Purple Sunday. Purple Sunday, y'all. Purple Sunday. Dig, if you will, the picture. That's right. One of my favorite artists, and how we started off doing this show on a Purple Sunday. So that's right. You guys, go ahead and have a fantastic day, because we're going to be right back here at 6 o'clock in the morning for what? Purple Sunday. We do it every single day. Every single day. We start off at 6 o'clock with trending topics, current events, and the health and wellness section. I'm hoping that you guys got a lot out of the health and wellness section today. We're going over a lot of stuff and running it with those neural paths so that we remember and we understand what we're doing. That's why I want you guys to keep on coming and growing with us. I am not a doctor, I am not a teacher, but I'm learning as well as you guys are. And I tell you one thing, I'm very excited since we got that health and wellness section going. Making me a better person, and it's making me be more healthier. So until tomorrow, because you know what I'm about to do right now, right? I got to go find some new trending topics. I got to get on some current events and another segment for tomorrow's Purple Sunday's health and wellness section. I'll be right back here tomorrow at 6 o'clock, you guys. I love you, and I can't wait to see you again so we can do it all over again. Y'all could have went anywhere, but the fact of the matter that you came in to chill with me this Saturday, I appreciate you. So until tomorrow, 6 o'clock, get 'em! Peace. See you guys in the morning, and join the Discord. It does not stop with this chat.